can do it here. Swing and a drive. Deep center field. Going back is Scott. And that one is gone. This game is tied at 6. Harden drives in. Harden. And it's rejected by Flag. Flag recovers it. Flag driving. He might go coast to coast. Gives it to Nembhard in the corner. Nembhard for 3. Bang! For 3. Ryan Nembhard makes it a 20-point lead. Hands it off. Rodriguez up the middle. Touchdown, Commanders! Rodriguez with the touchdown run. Chris Rodriguez Jr. straight up the middle. Touchdown! Welcome in, everybody, to District Nation. I hope you are all having a good evening. Tonight, the Washington Nationals will take on the Philadelphia Phillies for the second game of a 4-game series. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help out the channel, and put it in the poll. Tell me who you think is going to win this game tonight. Well, the Nationals. We got to start with this real quickly because this is very important how different this lineup looks than it did an hour ago. This lineup looks increasingly different. This is just totally different. And I think Bob came in here and actually let me know. Bob told me as I was coming in. Bob had put it in the chat. So for you guys, you saw that. But I went in to finally check the lineup at the last minute, and Abrams wasn't in the lineup. So CJ Abrams will not be starting tonight. I don't know what it means. I've checked the beats. I could check Twitter here real quickly, but the beat from the main writers on MLB did not know. But the lineup did change very differently. It looks like he has left side tightness. That was posted about 10 minutes ago. So that's interesting. That's sad. I hope he's okay. I hope that this tightness lasts maybe a day or two. Just a one-stop thing. He hurts, and then tomorrow he's all good. This is an important series, and it's going to be tough without who is now our cleanup hitter in CJ Abrams and a good shortstop. Tonight, Nasim Nunez will get his spot over at shortstop. The infield has completely changed. This evening, when I originally put the lineups in, at first was Curtis Mead, at second was Nasim Nunez, at shortstop was Abrams, and at third was Jorbit Vivas. That is completely changed. Andres Chaparro now stands at first, Jorbit Vivas at second, Nasim Nunez at short, and Curtis Mead now stands at third base. And it completely changed the lineup as well. Abrams had to be scratched from the 4 hole, so everyone's taken up a new spot. Cruz is now in the cleanup hole for tonight's game. Vivas takes over the 5 hole. Nunez goes up to the 7 hole. And Tenna takes over as the DH for today's game. So, yeah, I mean, Chaparro before was the DH. He moves to first. And then Meade moved from first to third. Vivas moved from third to second. And the Nunez second baseman moved to shortstop. So those are all the changes that were happening earlier tonight. But we have it already. We have the starting lineup in. And now we're about 6 minutes away from first pitch right here on District Nation. So P.J. Pullen will be the opener for the Nationals in today's game. He'll open for Zach Littell, who has struggled in his last couple starts. So it's good, I think, personally, that Zach Littell gets an opener today. He has not done well over his past few. And his game against the Guardians, he had an opener. He had an opener, and he ends up going 7 innings that night. And that was a great lineup. That was a great game from him. He completes the game after an opener. So now Pullen will come in here. And when Pullen opens, these guys tend to do well. Pullen had Meatball doing well. After Pullen goes 2 innings, gives up a run, Miles Michaelis ended up going 7 innings. So maybe it is something about the opener. Maybe it is something about the opener. We'll see how he does with the opener strategy today. As we are now about 5 minutes away from first pitch, let's get going with today's starting lineups and batting order, starting with Don Mattingly's visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Sorry there. Had to stutter for a second. Starting off, they're 42-36. They're 6 games over 5. Leading off is going to be the shortstop, Trey Turner. Batting second is the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. Batting third, the first baseman, Bryce Harper. Batting fourth in left field is going to be Brandon Marsh. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Alec Boehm. Batting sixth is Bryson Stott. Stott's the second baseman in today's game. Batting seventh is going to be the catcher in today's game, JT Realmuto. Realmuto didn't get the start yesterday, but he does get the start tonight, as the catcher yesterday didn't do well. I think they just wanted him in there to face Foster. Batting eighth, the right fielder is going to be Gabriel Raconis Jr., and batting ninth is going to be Justin Crawford, the center fielder. Raconis Jr. in right, if I did not mention that. And on the mound for the Phillies, it's Jesus Luzardo, 6-4 with a 4.20 ERA. Good numbers. I mean, that ERA just a little bit over 4, but he finds himself with a decent ERA, good record. He'll be taking the mound. He's been good of late. Once again for the Phillies, that's Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, Bohm, Stott, Realmuto, Raconis Jr., and Crawford with Luzardo on the mound. Wow, what a change. Mrs. C here voting Nationals tonight. Mr. C says hi. He's on the road down in Florida. Oh, that's really nice. Thanks, Mr. C, for saying hi, but voting Nationals tonight? Yeah, there is a change with Abrams going there. And I'll put up the QR code at some point, Mrs. C, if you need that. But yeah, big change. Abrams out of the order with tightness. I hope it only lasts a night. And now, the starting lineup for your Washington Nationals for manager Blake Butera. Leading off, the right fielder, number 29, James Wood. Batting second, the third baseman, number 45, Curtis Mead. Batting third, the first baseman, number 87, Andres Chaparro. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 84, Jorbit Vivas. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 30, Jacob Young. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 26, the shortstop, number 26, Nasim Nunez. Batting eighth, the designator, number 8, Jose Tena. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 20, Keibert Ruiz. And on the mound for your Washington Nationals, left-handed pitcher, number 50, PJ Pullen. And that is the starting lineup for your Washington Nationals. Pullen will be the opener in today's game. Taking the mound will be Pullen. After him will be Littell, as it is the opener strategy. We are ready for baseball right here on District Nation. We just gained 2 subscribers, right? Just like that. 2 more on the board. Thank you so much. 2 subscribers now. 476. Charge! So we're now over 3/4 of the way to 500. We're at 76 now. So let's try to hit 480 today. Let's try to hit the 480 number, as we're about 2 minutes away from first pitch here. So here we go, everybody. Turner will lead it off against Pullen, the lefty, but good thing we have a lefty to face Schwarber and Harper. So here we go. Looks like ESPN wants to work today. Hopefully it wants to collaborate with me. Past few times it stopped mid-game, and I've had the play-by-plays really had to step a notch up, but a lot of change in this starting lineup late in the game, but now the Nationals getting ready to take the field. PJ Pullen is going to run out from the bullpen. He'll be running out from the pen to the mound. He goes straight from there so he can get the feeling. Looks like it's a little cloudy in the sky. 71 degrees is going to be first pitch temperature. Partly cloudy, some clouds in the skies. Nationals are now running onto the field, and PJ Pullen comes out from the mound, from the pen, to come out to take the mound. The Nationals in the wild card are even with a spot right now. At 41-38, they find themselves in the wild card right now. They're even for a spot and 1 game behind is the Marlins. So can the Nationals? No one expected them to be in this spot probably, but here they are waiting in this spot as a team in the playoffs. So they're waiting for this spot, just hanging around right there. So here we go. It'll be Turner, Schwarber, and Harper. Schwarber and Harper were kind of held down yesterday. I mean, Schwarber struck out twice, reached on an air and flew out. Harper, a couple hits, but couldn't really get past first anytime he swung. So here we go. Nationals will get a chance here to play the Phillies. Game 2 of a 4-game series. Thank you so much to everyone who has already tuned in. So taking a minute here. I have to take care of something real quickly, but we're getting ready to go. PJ Pullen, 29 games. 9 of them start, so is his 30th game. A 10th start, a 3-0 record with a 3.07 ERA. He's not a loser here. He's a winner. 29.1 innings worked, 18 walks, 19 strikeouts. When he opens sometimes, he usually works about 2 innings, so I'd like to see that it didn't, to see how he does when he has that opener, how many innings he does work. Give me a second here, and we're going to get going. So we go, ready for baseball. Nationals are going to wear their home white uniforms, red and blue trim. Red and blue trim. Pullen, number 50 for the Nationals. He'll take the mound and face Trey Turner. Turner, the righty, facing Pullen, the lefty. Once again, they have a lefty opening it up, so he can face the couple righties in this order. Turner will face him. Leading off a righty is a good strategy, though. Again, especially against a lefty starter for the Nationals. Now, ready to go. We're going to be getting started probably a minute late as it's 6:46 as Pullen sets. Here comes the first pitch to Trey Turner, and this is going to be way outside and high ball one. Just a minute later, 2 minutes late at 6:47 p.m. That's how we get started right here. So just 2 minutes late as Pullen now has a 1-0 on the 224 hitting Trey Turner up to the plate. Pullen facing him. Turner has 7 home runs, 22 RBIs on the season. He sets now the 1-0 to Turner. So I'm going to foul back, and it'll be 1-1. Just fouls that one back. Settle, even up the count. It'll be 1-1 now. Looks like I'm ahead of ESPN. Just once again, no spoilers in the chat, though. Let me make the call. 1-1 here. Pullen swings his arm as he now comes set. He swings his arm in the stretch position. Here comes the 1-1 to Trey, and this is going to be just high ball two. That sweeper looked like it was in the zone, but the umpire said it was not. So it'll be a 2-1 here to Turner. Turner still in the leadoff spot, even when that average is just so low. And he still finds his way into that leadoff spot. Here comes the 2-1. Turner swinging a miss at the sinker in the zone at 88, so it'll be a 2-2 count. Pullen, once again, he's not a guy who's going to throw too hard. He's going to overpower you with breaking balls. He's not going to throw too much fastballs and changeups, fast pitches. He's going to throw junk in there, so it'll be a 2-2 here. Pullen sets, clock now down to 1. Here's the pitch. Just called. Strike 3. Turner down looking. Paints the inside corner. P.J. Pullen gets this day started with a strikeout. P.J. Pullen paints the lone inside corner. The umpire behind the plate is Dan Iasonia. That is the crew chief of this crew. And he rings up Trey Turner for out number 1. So now that'll bring up Kyle Schwarber here. Adam Beck's at first. Louis Krupa's at second. Jeremy Rehack's at third. And Dan Iasonia, the crew chief behind the plate. Those are your umpires for today's game. Pullen's pitch. It looks like Marsh is now in the 2-hole. That one's in there called strike 1. So these teams just can't decide on a lineup. So it looks like this lineup is very different, so I'll go through that as we go through this game. This lineup is totally different, and I had no idea. So now Marsh is in the 2-hole in left field. Schwarber's no longer in the lineup. The 0-1, and Marsh grounds us up the middle. There is Nunez at short. He fires to first in time for the out over at Andres Chaparro at first for out number 2. So Marsh is now in left field, and he's in the 2-hole. He was in the 4-hole to begin this game. Now he's in the 2-hole. So both teams having some lineup trouble here, and I am as well. So I'm going to fill these in the scorebook as I go. Looks like Bohm is now in the 4-hole, and he'll bring up Bryce Harper. I'm trying to fill these in as I go. Funny part is they moved everyone up one spot, so I have to change every number individually in the scorebook. They didn't leave anyone the same, and there's a new DH and everything. Schwarber's no longer in the lineup. Pullen sets. Now first pitch to big Bryce Harper, the former Nat. Harper swings and grounds this one. Second baseman Vivas has to range over. He'll fire to first. In time to Chaparro, and Pullen gets 2 consecutive groundouts. Good pace there. A strikeout on 2 groundouts. Now we'll end the top of the first. No runs, no hits. No runners left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the first. We'll be back here for the bottom of the first. Phillies 0, Nationals coming up. So I'm going through this order again. Looks like it's Turner, Marsh, Harper. Bohm is in the 4-hole now. Stott's in the 5-hole. So that's the next person I'm putting in. Bryson Stott moves up from the 6-hole to the 5-hole. And now hitting 6th is the catcher Realmuto. So everyone basically slid up one spot in the scorebook. Realmuto was in the 7-hole. He's now in the 6-hole. And looks like they just slid their DH into the 9-hole. So the 7-hole now is Raconis Jr., who was hitting 8th previously. He's now hitting 7th, still in right field. Sosa, the DH, is hitting 8th, and the center fielder is still Crawford. So both teams have a little trouble with their lineups here. No one could just pick a lineup and decide. No one at all. So Edmundo Sosa now finds himself in the 8-hole of this order. He played yesterday and played at second base. I wonder what Schwarber's problem is then, because he was hitting second in tonight's order when I first checked. My mistake for not checking a 4th time tonight. I checked every night, and then I checked about every minute, and then up to the last minute, I checked the Nationals, and they put Abrams out of the order. So all these changes happened very last minute during warm-ups probably, but I'll check Schwarber, see if there's anything on him. But that's 2 late changes, 1 for each team at the end of this one. But James Wood, doesn't affect him because he's still in the leadoff spot as we get going here in the bottom of the first. Jesus Luzardo will play. Looks like it is 74 degrees, though. It was not 71. It's 74. But I'm going to check him on Schwarber here because I want to know what's up with Schwarber. Is he injured as well? So he has been scratched, but no one else is happening. Now, 1 minute. He was scratched 1 minute before the first pitch. Here we go to be swinging a ground ball. Second baseman. Ooh, that's a good play by the second baseman. Stotty goes to first in time, so Wood's down on the first pitch from Jesus Luzardo of the inning. So Luzardo retires James Wood quickly on 1 pitch, and that will be how we get Jesus Luzardo's day opened. 16 starts this season. This is his 16th, 6-4 record with a 4.20 ERA. 85.2 innings worked into the wide. First pitch now to Curtis Mead. Mead takes a sinker right in there, called strike 1 at 95 miles an hour. CMA's here. What's up, CMA? The 0-1 here with 1 out to Mead, hitting 227. Here comes the 0-1 to Curtis Mead. Now Mead takes a sweeper inside, ball 1. So 1 minute is the day. 1 day. 1 minute before the game, Schwarber is scratched. Here comes the 1-1, and Mead swinging a foul off. 1 minute before this game starts, Schwarber scratched. So that is not really my fault. I'm going to say it's not that my fault because that was 1 minute before the game started. Abrams, at least it was 10 minutes. They gave me a little bit of a warning. Curtis Mead last night had a clutch bomb, so let's see if he can have some similar night tonight. It's just a 1-2. Called strike 3. Mead knows it. Luzardo sets him down looking for out number 2 here in the bottom of the first. So that's a quick 2 outs for this Jesus Luzardo. And that will bring up Andres Chaparro here. Andres Chaparro, the first baseman in tonight's game, previously was the DH. Then is subbed in to play first. He was always in the 3-hole, though. First pitch, and Chaparro swinging a miss at a sinker outside. It's an 0-1 count. Chaparro can't get that one. He's hitting 188. Got to start over the weekend in Tampa, but that average really low for the low playing time he does get. Here's the pitch to Chaparro, and Chaparro takes a changeup outside, ball 1, so it's a 1-1 count. Nationals are going to need to be able to get to Luzardo here early. Hopefully they can because Littell's going to come in the 3rd inning. Here comes the 1-1 to Chaparro, and he's swinging a miss at a changeup at 86. It'll be a 1-2 count now. So 1-2 here with 2 outs. Luzardo making quick work just like Pullen did of this National squad. Game 2 of the season, last year the Nationals faced Luzardo. Their opening day they faced Wheeler, though. Here comes the 1-2 to Chaparro. Inside, ball 2 with a sweeper. So that evens up the count at 2-2. So really just interesting that both teams have changes at the last minute for all the broadcasters. Here comes the 2-2 to Chaparro. Chaparro swinging a miss at a changeup outside. Jesus Luzardo with 2 strikeouts in the inning sets down Mead and Chaparro on the strikeout and leads the game off with a Wood ground out. So that way in the inning, 1-2-3 go both the Nationals and the Phillies. We will head to the top of the second. It's 0-0 as we go to top of the second inning. After 1 it is the Phillies nothing, the Nationals nothing. Couple of goose eggs up on the board for both these teams. In the second, it'll be Bohm, Stott, and Real Muto now. The 3 hitters for the Phillies in the top of the second inning after their lineups changed a little bit. They didn't need to move it around as much. They didn't need to move around the lineup. The Nationals had work to do in the field because they lost their shortstop. So basically everyone in the infield shifted over a position. Nunez had to move over. Mead had to move over. Chaparro moved into the infield. Vivas moved over. And then Tenna has to slide into the lineup as a DH. But the Nationals are very different from the Phillies because the Phillies had just one guy and it was their DH taken out of the order. So everyone is slid up one spot and then inserted into the 8-hole is Edmundo Sosa. Crawford stays in the 9-hole. So only 2 who are still in their, 3 guys who are still in their spots are Turner, Harper, and Crawford. The 1-hitter, the 3-hitter, and the 9-hitter. The only guys still in their spots. Remember, tonight's also the NBA draft. We'll probably track that as well. And I'm hoping everyone saw the trade that went down around midnight last night. Giannis traded to the Heat. My brother is a Heat fan, though, so He's happy. I don't think they like the package, though, they got for him. We'll talk about that some other time during an NBA game. But here we are, Nationals baseball. We're coming up on the deadline, though, so big trades could be made in just a few weeks around the baseball world. I wonder what those big trades will be, though. Who will get taken away for this team? Alec Bohm, the former All-Star, will lead it off here in the second inning for the Phillies. Alec Bohm to hit, and then it'll be Bryson Stott. Looks like Nationals Park a little more crowded than they were last year. Looks like Pullen's day is already over. Littell's going to come into the game after Pullen gets a 1-2-3. That's interesting because Pullen was on a roll, and I think he was on a roll to the point where you could think of putting him in the second inning. He had goose eggs all across the board except for strikeouts, the one that you don't want to be a goose egg. So that's interesting to me as Littell sets. First pitch coming to Alec Bohm, the pitch, and Bohm is going to take a slider called strike one on the outside corner, so it's an 0-1 count. I mean, a good day for Pullen, I guess. They just didn't want him facing a group of righties as Littell sets. Here comes the 0-1 to the 229 hitting Bohm. Swinging a foul off, and it'll be 0-2 now. So it'll be 0-2. Looks like Bam Man is here. What's up, Bam Man? Thanks for tuning in. So it'll be 0-2 here to Bohm. So Pullen only throws 8 pitches, and he's taken out of the game after the first. It'll be an 0-2 here. Here's the pitch from Littell. In the dirt ball, one with a splitter, so it'll be a 1-2 count. Let's look at Bohm a little closer here. 229 average this season, 9 home runs, 41 runners batted, and he's a stolen base this season. Some other numbers. This season, he has 62 hits, 10 doubles, no triples, 9 home runs, and 41 runners driven in. Here comes the 1-2. And Bohm grounds this one. Nunez can't make the play. That's out into left center. Nunez laid out for that one, but that's in the left center field, and Alec Bohm has a base knock here in the top of the second. So maybe that's why you stick with Pullen a little longer. Let him face a guy like that. A good hitter in Bohm. Let Pullen see him. So they're going to give Bohm a hit. Nunez laid out for them. That one just can't make the play. So that's a base knock for Alec Bohm here with no outs. He gets on first to get this going, and that'll bring up Bryson Stott here. Stott, another reason you might want to leave in Pullen. Here comes Littell's pitch to Stott, and Stott takes a fastball on the outside corner called strike one, so to be an 0-1 count. That's the big question is how long would you leave him in? Because last time he did the opener strategy, I think he did get left into the second, and they scored a run on him as Littell sets. Here comes the 0-1 to Stott. That is high now, ball one with a slider, so that evens up the count. It'll be 1-1 now. We talked about Stott, how once a young, promising prospect for this Phillies roster has turned out to be a .233 hitter this season with only 6 bombs. I mean, stolen bases has always been high up. 2023 at 31, as the 1-1 is cracked down the right field line, but foul on a 1-2 count. That slider way inside. Stott cranked it, so it'll be a 1-2 count. I mean, 15th in NL in batting average in 2023 with a .280 average. And then triples, he had 3 in 2026 this season, so he's doing pretty well. He was called up in 2022 and basically has not been injured since. He hasn't had too many rehab assignments, nothing like that. He has been at the big league level since 2022. Has never really been injured. I think that's good. You might want a consistent second baseman like that. So it'd be a 1-2. Littell will go over to first, back in on a dive is Bohm. So that's the first disengagement by Littell. Littell, who the nickname we made for is Mattel. It'd be 1-2 here. They're showing Foster on the board. Yes, Foster had a great start yesterday. Sets him up for a win today. The 1-2 is cracked down the third baseline, but foul, so do 1-2 again. 25 subscribers away from 500. We're getting very close. Tomorrow we will not be on the mic for the Nationals game. Instead, we'll be doing a with media broadcast of some local Babe Ruth baseball, the Babe Ruth State Tournament. So we have 1-2 here from Littell to Stott. Littell sets. Front foot always kind of behind his back foot, out in front. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a line drive down the first base line and foul. Once again, Stott turns on the inside pitch and fouls it off. So do 1-2 again. I was talking about it yesterday, but how many All-Stars could this Phillies roster see in their hometown? I mean, when the Nationals did it, they had 3. Doolittle, Harper, and Scherzer, but 2 of those were starters as well. The 1-2 to Stott is low ball to the splitter. So it'd be a 2-2 count. The way Littell's count's looking right now. This could be a bullpen game. We could be seeing the bull go out to work today. This will be 2-2 here. Littell is very wide in his stretch position, so he can check on first very easily. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Second baseman Vivas has it to short. 4-6 to first. In time. Double play. Bryson Stott down on the double play. Bohm out at second. Hey, everyone, let's do some simple Nationals math. What's 4 plus 6 plus 3? It equals 2. So Bohm is down as well as Stott. Stott grounds into a double play, so there's 2 outs in the inning and now 2 outs. So Littell gets out Stott on the double play. Patented long Stott, AB. Vivas over there at second for tonight's game is now Littell will face Realmuto in the 6th hole. First pitch to Realmuto. Realmuto takes a slider, called strike one, top part of the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. Realmuto says something to the umpire, but it doesn't look like he's going to challenge here. Realmuto behind the plate today, but he's hitting .205, only 5 home runs, 19 ribbies. As JJ talked about, he's always been a good defender, as the 0-1 is a fastball, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Littell goes to the straight ball that time and gets him to swing through it. So it'll be 0-2 here. Realmuto's always a good defender, and he calls games very well, apparently. I could see him doing that. He's very smart behind there, probably very analytical as well. He does it based off the hitter, not based off the pitcher, where he's working against the hitter and playing the pitcher's strengths. Here comes the 0-2 from Littell. And this one is going to be swung on and missed on a fastball at 92. Littell says, sit down, JT. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and that will end the inning. So JT goes down swinging. The Nationals give up a hit in the inning, but they get a double play to erase it. So no runs, 1 hit, and no runners left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's the Phillies nothing, the Nationals nothing. 3 hitters and at least 2 pitchers, Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, and Sanchez and Duran, possibly Wheeler or Ryan Kierkegaard. So that's Bam's opinion. I don't think that Sanchez and Duran, well, Sanchez will end up being an all-star. I don't know about Duran. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think Wheeler or Ryan Kierkegaard. I think starters, I think they're going to have Schwarber, and that's it. I think starters, they'll have Schwarber in the outfield maybe. They're definitely not going to have Turner. I think you could see some other guys there, but I don't know how many are going to really get their start out there. Only 1 or 2. I don't think Harper is going to start at first base. I don't think Marsh would start in the outfield. Maybe Schwarber. I don't think Sanchez is going to start. I think it's going to end up being Mizorowski with how good Mizorowski's been and how flashy he is. They always want a flashy, hard-throwing pitcher starting the game. I think Duran will get the 8th inning. They're going to end up giving the 9th inning to Mason Miller, probably. The manager I think the manager is Dave Roberts, and Roberts is going to want Mason Miller out there. I bet he wants Mason Miller for the 9th inning. He's probably going to give it to the saves leader. But that's my opinion. Good opinion, though, on those Phillies players. I wanted to hear that because I was actually confused on how many All-Stars you would have. My opinion is Miller will get the 9th. Duran will probably get the 8th inning. Who else could they see? I think the Nationals may get Foster Griffin over there in Philly, though. And today, James Wood was talking about Wood would love to have getting booed in Philly. I think he wants that. Honestly, that's amazing. Might as well boom a little bit. As we head to the bottom of the second inning. Nationals nothing, Phillies nothing. This team, the Nationals during lefties, have the first in the league in average, 800. They're first in OPS, second in slugging, and extra base hits. They have 73. That's 3rd. So, and they're 16-7 against left-handed starters. Luzardo into the line. First pitch to Dylan Cruz. Cruz takes a sweeper that sweeps into the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. Oh, yes, Miller will pitch in the 9th. Yep. Assume so. He has just been so good this year, and they might want to even give him an entrance, as it'd be an 0-1 here. Luzardo's pitch to Cruz. Cruz takes a sinker outside, ball 1. It'd be a 1-1 count. I voted for some Nats on my All-Star ballot. Yeah, I don't care, really, what Nats you vote for, as long as you vote for these 2 guys, Abrams and Wood. Here comes the 1-1, and Cruz swinging a miss at a changeup, and it's a 1-2 count. Abrams and Wood. Maybe Lyle if you're feeling a little adventurous, but Abrams and Wood. Abrams and Wood. Just vote for those 2 guys. Abrams and Wood. Yep, Abrams and Wood. Just vote Abrams and Wood, and I'll be happy. I vote for all of them usually when I vote, but Abrams and Wood. Here comes the 1-2 to Cruz. Cruz swings and hits this one out to left center field. That's going to get into the gap for a base hit. Not hit too hard, though. Marsh cuts it off, and Cruz will be held to a single. So Dylan Cruz delivers here with no outs in the bottom of the second with a nice single to left center field. Dylan Cruz getting that average up, and here he gets the start against a lefty in the 4-hole, and he has a nice base hit. You know, we didn't imagine this roster would have Dylan Cruz in the 4-hole. I don't mind it. And I don't mind Abrams in the 4-hole either. I always imagine Cruz as a 1-hitter or a 2-hitter. Might as well try him in these prime spots. Now Vivas will ground this one up the middle. That's going to get into center field for a base hit. Cruz around second and head for third. Throwing it in quickly as Crawford to a cutoff man. And Dylan Cruz advances to third on the play. Jorbit Vivas delivers here with no outs. And now there's runners on the corners here in the bottom of the second inning. The Nationals are threatening to score here now. That'll bring up Jacob Young here with runners at the corners with no outs. Jorbit gets moved up to the 5-hole. After Abrams is scratched, Jorbit gets the start at second base and gets to hit in the top of the order, really. He finds himself wanting to rake here, so now to be Jacob Young. Good at Vivas for hacking at the first pitch. So now first pitch to Young is in the dirt, ball one with a sinker. It'll be a 1-0 count. Yes, we are the Boo Birds. Yep. I think I'm heading out to a game at Citizens Bank Park this year. Come on, lock in Luzardo. This will be 1-0 here with no outs. Even a double play ball probably scores the run. Here's the pitch. Young swings and hits this one down the right field line. Getting under it is the right fielder Rincones Jr., but it gets out of play, so it'll be a 1-1 count. I wanted Rincones Jr. to catch that. If he catches that, that's probably a run in because it was deep enough where he'd have to have a hard play throwing it home. If Young straightens that out a little bit, it probably scores a run. So it'll be 1-1 here. Runners at the corners after a Cruz single and a Vivas single. Good at Vivas. Swinging to the first pitch. Luzardo, once he gets deep into counts, can go to more pitches. Early, he's going to start you off with something to hit. And Young, a sword swing on that sweeper, and it's a 1-2 count. Young's got to put this one in play, though. That's the most important thing. You can only produce either get one out in the inning or get the double play ball, and it scores a run. A strikeout here would not help the Nationals' case. On deck is Nunez, though, a hot hitter. He'd hit from the right side. Just be a 1-2 here. Luzardo comes set. It'll be a 1-2 here to Young. He waits. Now the pitch to Jacob Young. Swinging a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it. Boom. Goes to second in time for 1. To first in time for 2. But the Nationals get a run. So Jacob Young with an RBI double play ground out that time. 5-4-3. Jacob Young drives in a run, though. The Nationals do get a run out of it. Vivas is out at second, but Dylan Cruz scores safely on the play. So now the Nationals, after a ground out, there you go, a double play, does score a run, and I believe he gets a credit for an RBI there, because technically it is an RBI. So now the pitch to Nunez is outside, ball one with a sinker, and it's a 1-0 count. Does he get an RBI on a double play? He doesn't even get an RBI, but there you go. It's a 1-0 game now. Here comes the 1-0 to Nunez, and that's going to be swinging a ground ball foul. It'll be a 1-1. But I have added this sound effect now, so join in with me, Nats fans. I couldn't take off the hacks. I need to know what they're saying in the sound effect. I recorded that at Nationals Park, which I think is pretty cool. Let's go, Luzardo. All right. The 1-1 to Nunez. He takes a sweeper in there called strike 2. A double play is not an RBI. Thank you, Bob. I looked that up just now and saw that. So we 1-2 here with 2 outs. Last 14 games, Nunez hitting .426, though. And he swings and misses at a high fastball at 99 miles an hour. And that will end the inning. Nunez goes down swinging. Strikeout number 3 for Luzardo, and that will end the inning. 2 hits in the inning and a run. So that does end up getting them a run. And no runners left on base. We're through 2, everybody. It is now the Nationals 1, the Phillies nothing. Right here on District Nation, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. We're getting started significantly earlier than we did last game. I mean, last game we started probably when this game's going to be in the 4th inning or so. So we head to the top of the 3rd. Let's see how long Littell will last in today's game. I mean, Littell, already gave up a hit in the second, and his count is already at 14. I mean, 15 an inning is decent. I feel like 15 is a decent, if you want to get through 5 or 6 innings, you can hang around there. I think that was around where Foster was yesterday. It's just Foster really seemed to have the motivation to get through amount of innings that he did. So we'll head to the 3rd in just a moment, but it'll be Rincones Jr., Sosa, and Crawford. I don't care if it's really an RBI or not. That is a run. It's now a 1-0 game. But the Nationals, good stringing it together there. That's the most important part. We legitimately strung it together there. You get Cruz with a single, and then Vivas. I am happy with the Vivas outcome there. Swings at the first pitch and just grounds one up the middle for a knock. Didn't need to crush it. Didn't need to really take a pitch. Luzardo has a lot of pitches. He's going to work you well. That's the thing, is that when he gets later in the ABs, can start throwing his sweeper, can start throwing his cutter. If you get a first pitch fastball, you should hack. And that's exactly what Jorbit Vivas did. He got a first pitch to hit, and he hit it. And that brought Cruz to third, and it set up Jacob Young. All he needed to do was ground into a double play, as we saw, and the Nationals end up getting a run out of it. So, what to the third here? Gabriel Raconis Jr. will face Littell here. First pitch, and that is in there, called. Strike one with a fastball at 89. Very different velos here with that fastball. Low nines with the fastball for Littell, and then mid to high nines for Luzardo. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 is grounded foul, and it'll be 0-2. Just chops that one foul. Raconis Jr. is average 53. Not 530, not 253, but 53. A solid number there, 53. 0-2 here. Littell works exclusively out of the set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. At a splitter low and in the dirt. Ruiz sets him down. Strikeout number 2 for Littell. He now has 2 in a row, stretching back to last inning. Raconis Jr., 3-pitch strikeout. So it looks like there's a new ball. They checking the ball? What's happening here? Littell throws the pitch, and then Ruiz, it kind of swung into the dirt. Are they checking it? Did he foul tip it? Is that what they're saying? It did bounce before Ruiz got to it. So I think they're saying that he tipped it. So Ruiz did catch it on the bounce. So to be 0-2 here. Or excuse me, they're going to say he struck out. Raconis Jr. did not get a piece of it. So that'll bring up Edmundo Sosa here with 1 out. Sosa will hit from the right side. Littell comes set. Littell seems to be working efficiently here. Here's the first pitch to Sosa. That's in there, called strike one with a slider, so it's an 0-1 count. 0-1, 1 out here in the top of the third. If y'all didn't notice, if you guys don't follow, if you know about Trevor Bauer, Bauer recently got called back up to the Mexican League, as here comes the 0-1, and it is grounded down the third base line, but foul. Trevor Bauer was pitching in an independent league associated with the MLB, and now he got called up to the Diablos El Rojos of Mexico. I think their name translates to Devils of Mexico, something like that. But he got called up to the Mexican League after being in Japan in 2025. The 0-2, swing and a miss at a fastball at 91 inside. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Littell. He is really settling in here. After he gives up a hit, then gets the double play, Littell is saying, don't mess with me, Phillies. I'll strike you out. So now 3 strikeouts in a row. That'll bring up Crawford. This lineup's a little messed up now. Their structure's probably messed up without Schwarber here as Littell sets. First pitch to Crawford. It's going to be high and out with a fastball, ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. 2-1 pitches for Littell now. Littell comes set. Here comes the 1-0. That's going to be in there, called. Strike one with a sinker, low and inside corner. He gets the call. So something that people have been arguing over and a lot of people talk about is how do you pronounce Zach Littell's name? And I think it is Littell because it is spelled, interestingly. The 1-1 is in the dirt ball too. Spelled Littell. So Littell. I think if it were Little, he'd probably say something and it would be Liddell then or something like that because there's the ELL instead of the LE. That's 2-1. Inside, ball 3, it's a 3-1 count. Littell started the season by giving up home runs galore. Everyone seemed to be able to barrel him up. He settled in for a little while, had a good stretch here. Then had a last couple starts, has been struggling a little bit, but looking to bounce back here as he comes set. It'll be a 3-1 here to Crawford. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off on a fastball at 92, so to be filled up now to 3-2. First 2 strikeouts, though, 3-pitch strikeouts. Now he's going to work a long AB here with Justin Crawford, so to be 3-2. Littell looks for his sign. He's got it, and he comes set. It'll be a 3-2 here to Crawford. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball in the inside corner, and Crawford swings through it. Zach Littell strikes out the side in the top of the third. That's strikeout number 4 for him. He has 4 guys struck out in a row. 4 consecutive strikeouts, now in the inning. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. Strikeouts galore. Zach Littell sets down all 3 of the Phillies hitters in the 7-8-9 part of their order. We will head to the bottom of the third. Still Nationals 1, Phillies nothing. The Phillies didn't start their scoring yesterday till later. They only got 1 run total. They scored in the top of the 7th on a Marsh home run. Otherwise, they weren't even getting far on the bases anyway. Derek Hill had a double and was the first guy to touch third in the game. They had singles, and that was basically it. Then they would move guys over with fielder's choices and such. So, you never know. Looks like Big Bud's here. What's up, Big Bud? He says Rojo equals red. Oh, thank you for that translation. So it is red something. Probably red something. Red Dragons, I think. Red Devils. Something like that. Diablos Rojos. I don't know the exact translation. I am not a Spanish scholar. In fact, I'm a Latin scholar in school. So to be Tena, Ruiz, and Wood for the Nationals in the bottom of the third. Looking at the standings a little bit, the Braves still hold first in the NL East with a 48-29 record. Phillies are in second at 42-36. The Nationals in third at 41-38. Marlins only a game behind, though, at 40-39. And then the Mets at 34-43. They're just very behind. I mean, they're starting to make up a little ground. Let's see what Jose Tena can do here. I mean, they had to change the lineup a little bit, especially here with Tena having to throw a lefty in that DH spot so everyone else had to get into the field. Only 3 lefties in this order, so 6 guys who are going to hit from the right side because 2 switch hitters. First pitch, and Tena takes a fastball in there at the low and outside corner. It's an 0-1 count. So 0-1 here with no outs in the bottom of the third. It is Red Devils. All right, thank you. So it's the Red Devils. Here's the 0-1, and Tena swings and fouls this one off. So I guess people do follow Trevor Bauer in here. He's a good guy if you want pitching advice. So 0-2 to Tena, who's hitting .213 with 3 bombs. I always bring this up when I talk about him, though, but that clutch home run in Chicago. Really clutch. Just what a hit that time. Luzardo wears goggles on the mound that he wears out there. I mean, they look nice. Might look more intimidating on the mound. The 0-2 to Tena. Tena swinging a miss at a sweeper way low and outside. Luzardo makes him look funny on that one swing. Luzardo gets in a swing at something way outside of the zone. Luzardo's sweeper is nasty, too. All his pitches are nasty. And Tena can't even hit that one. He chased that one way out of the zone, so there's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. So now that'll bring up Keibert Ruiz, the catcher in today's game. 26 pitches for Luzardo now. He'll face Ruiz, who will hit from the right side. First pitch to Keibert. Ruiz takes a sinker, low ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. This is Philly's first stop in D.C. of the season. I believe they come back at some point. Ruiz hitting .288 with 6 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0. Ruiz takes another sweeper, this one also low. So do 2-0 now. The park is significantly much more filled than it was last night with the delayed start. A lot of people probably just went home, didn't want to stay up till 11 p.m. watching a ball game. That's the dream, though. Here's the 2-0, and this one is grounded. Shortstop Turner makes the play. He'll go to first now, in time on the throw to Harper. That is in time for out number 2. He throws a throw that was a little off, but Harper is able to field the one-hop throw for out number 2. Turner had to backhand that one. But as you've seen, he had a forehand actually. So Turner forehands it, then spins around, makes a throw that's a one-hop to Harper, and Harper stays on the bag. Ruiz almost runs into him, too. Harper makes sure he's okay after they have a little collision over there, but they're both fine. Got out of the way in time before it got too bad. So it'll be Luzardo here against Wood. Here's the pitch. Wood going to take a fastball, low ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. So with 2 outs now, James Wood up to the plate. He grounded out to get the Nationals offense started yesterday. Here comes the 1-0. Wood swinging a miss at a sweeper, low and outs. That sweeper is Luzardo's pitch right now. The Nationals cannot touch it tonight. .272 average for Wood, 20 home runs with 49 runs batted in. The 1-1 is inside, ball 2 with a sinker. Looks like it's basketball jersey night here at Nationals Park. They made a Nationals basketball jersey. So it will be 2-1 here with 2 outs. Looks like Turner's always chumming it up with whatever umpire's nearest to him. Always looks like he's having full conversations with him, too. He looks so happy, too. It's like he doesn't even want to play baseball. He just wants to chum it up with the umpires. Here's the pitch. Wood takes a fastball in there, called strike 2 on the outside corner. So it'll be a 2-2 count. 2-2 here with 2 outs. So now it looks like we're 39 minutes away from the Wizards' first pick. Here comes the 2-2, and Wood swing and a miss. You guessed it, on a sweeper low and outside. Strikeout number 5 for Luzardo. He is dominating the Nationals right now. They cannot hit him. That way in the inning, we're through 3. Led to the 4th. It is still the Nationals 1, Phillies nothing as we go to the top of the 4th. It'll be Turner, Marsh, and Harper for the Nationals in the top of the 4th inning as we continue this game. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're actively trying to hit 500 subscribers, which is the goal right now. It's like a few streamers are live for their respective teams. Let's go. We already hit 200 views. Let's go. Already hitting that good number. Today's thumbnail cover was Harper and Nunez. I really wanted Nunez because of how good he's been. Nunez, a random star player now, just randomly decided to become a good player for this team. I mean, I'm completely fine with it. The timing could not be better. Come in when we need a star player, when we're struggling a little bit. And Nunez comes in and takes over. They're showing off. They do ads at the Nationals team store, which I think is pretty cool. I've been in that store at least 1,000 times by this point. The best time I went was on my birthday. Once again, I talk about this game a lot, I believe, but I just really enjoyed going to that game. So shout out to my parents for making that happen. That was probably the best surprise they've ever given me, was a Nationals game. And going to the team store there, we got there a few minutes after the gates had opened. Stadium was a ghost town. I mean, it was a ghost town. I hope that every time it's my birthday, they play an afternoon game like that, because that was the best present I've ever gotten, was doing that. And I got out of school, so. But just in general, such a good experience. I got to meet Danny Rouillet, host of Grant and Danny, which was a whole lot of fun as well. But just a good experience. I think it was probably one of the best experiences I've had there because there were so little people. Sat up in the 300 section, my favorite section to sit in. Just a whole lot of fun. Looks like it's pups in the park as well, so they did 2 giveaways today. There's some pups hanging out in the park, and looks like that's a golden retriever. Here's a pitch from Littell to Turner, and that is in there, called. Strike 1 with a slider on the low and outside corners, no 1 count. Yeah, if you're thinking of going to a Nats game, think about an afternoon game, not on a weekend. If it is possible for you, with schedules and such, weekday afternoon games, the 0-1 is swung on, grounded up the middle, but shading over there's Vivas. He makes the play, fires to first in time over to Chaparro. So that's out number 1 here in the top of the 4th. Man, just working hard here. Oh, looks like the bat dog came back. Bruce came back to the stadium, and Natty hung out with him. So Bruce and Natty are both here for Pups at the Park, the 2 Nationals dogs. That is awesome. 1 out here, and that'll bring up Brandon Marsh, the left fielder. Just become a significantly better player in Marsh. But a lot of pups in the stadium, and you have Natty, the Nationals dog, their therapy dog, and then Bruce the bat dog. So both the Nationals pets are in the stadium for today. Littell comes set. First pitch to Brandon Marsh. Here's the pitch. Marsh takes a fastball just high, ball 1. Ruiz froze for a second as it happened. He thought it was a strike. Maybe he should have ABS'd it then if he really wants it to be a strike. Here comes the 1-0 to Brandon Marsh, and he takes a slider up high, ball 2. But once again, if you're looking to go to a game, the tickets will be cheaper if it's possible with schedules and such. I hope it is for summer for some people, but afternoon matinee games, because not too many people show up. Has to be a 2-0 here to Marsh. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be called. Strike 1 with a fastball, so it'll be a 2-1 count. Even when there's camp day sometimes, you may want to avoid that because there'll be camps everywhere. But I was there on weather day, and there was 3 or 4 schools there for a field trip, and still was a ghost town. Here comes the 2-1 to Marsh. Swinging a ground ball, first base line. Diving play by Vivas. What a play. The throw to first. Oh, Chaparro misses it. Chaparro almost completed an amazing play with Vivas. Vivas makes a diving stop. An impressive play there. Diving over there at second. Throws it over Chaparro, and he can't hold on to it. So maybe that's why Chaparro is usually the DH there. But Vivas, what a play. Jorbit with a diving stop over there. Then Chaparro has it, and it snow cones right out of his glove. So 1 out here, and that will bring up Bryce Harper with a runner on base. Littell sets. Here's the pitch to Bryce. That's in there. Called. Strike 1 low and inside corner. So it looks like it's going to be on Vivas. So they have the official scoring rule pending here, but it was to Vivas. That's all we know. Littell sets. Here comes The 0-1 to Harper. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a sweeper, and it's an 0-2 count. He swings right through that one. It'll be an 0-2. 268 average for Harper, 17 home runs, 44 runs batted in, so we're still pending on that official scoring ruling. I mean, I think it's on Chaparro because Vivas made an impressive play. So they just gave him a single. Wow, the 0-2? That's just inside ball one. So they're going to give Marsh a hit on that one. Wow. I can't believe he gets credit for a hit on that. I don't think he beats that. But looks like he's going to get a knock. Here comes the 1-2 to Big Bryce. Here's the pitch. Just low ball two. Ruiz wants to challenge this one. So this is the one he chooses to challenge. Looks like he's confident about this one. So it would be a strike. He'd strike him out, and it is not touching. So Ruiz yet again misses on the ABS, but man, I feel like a lot of Nationals have been doing that. But now there's a runner on first here with one out, and now a 2-2 count. That one is not overturned to a strikeout. Littell sets. It'll be a 2-2 now here to Harper. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul third base side. We'll do 2-2 again. Harper wants to work an AB. That's something I was disappointed about. There's no weekday matinee game this week for the Nationals. I probably wouldn't have gone because I'm covering a couple games for NFC, but I would go normally to an afternoon matinee game as Littell sets. It'll be 2-2 here to Harper. Here's the pitch. He delivers. Swinging a fly ball out to right. Going back now is Wood. Wood makes the catch route number 2 on that fly ball. Wood first was coming in, then he has to go back a little bit to make the catch, and now there's 2 outs. So Littell so far has only given up 2 hits in his outing thus far. Working pretty well here. Kind of pitching to contact. Harper got a good piece of it, but he didn't have a full swing and just flies out to right. So that'll bring up Alec Boehm here in the 4-hole. He has a knock, but then was in a double play. James Wood made a decent play out there. It's sad that James Wood isn't an outfield all-star right now. Go vote James Wood. I'll give you more information in a moment. Littell sets. Littell will go back over to first. Back in with a dive is Marsh. Chaparro doesn't even tag him. He just kind of catches the ball and throws it back. Kind of a warning throw. Let's go. Up to 476 subscribers. Thank you so much for that new sub. Boehm up to the plate. 232 average, 9 home runs. Here's the pitch. Boehm takes a sinker inside ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count here with 2 outs. 1-0 here, 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Littell looks at his sign. He comes set. He waits. Now here comes the 1-0 to Alec Boehm. He waits. Clock winding down. Now he goes to the plate. Called. Oh my gosh, that's not a strike? That was on the low and outside corner. But the Nats only have 1 challenge left, so they got to be scrutinous with these challenges. Can't get the call that time. Littell now 40 pitches in his 3rd inning of work. He comes set. It'll be a 2-0 here to Boehm. Here's the pitch. Boehm swinging a foul off, and it'll be a 2-1 count. Boehm and Harper are probably these 2 studs in the order now with Schwarber out of the lineup. Schwarber was taken out. I can't take fault for that one because Schwarber got taken out 1 minute before the game started. That was every report on X that it happened 1 minute before game time. Here's the 2-1. That's low ball 3 with a sweeper, so it'll be a 3-1 count. I'd want him to challenge that ball 2 call because that clipped the low and outside corner. But it's a 3-1 now here to Boehm. Littell checks on the runner. He comes set. It'll be a 3-1 here now to Boehm. He delivers. And Boehm grounds this one up the middle. Nunez is there. He's going to take this one to first in time for out number 3, and that will end the inning. So Alec Boehm grounds out. Nationals get it all done there. They give up a hit in the inning, and they leave a man on base. But they are successful. It is another goose egg put on the board for this Nationals team. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It is the Nationals 1, the Phillies nothing, as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Meade, Chaparro, and Cruz will hit. Mr. D-Nation CEO, Cross Gray Knight. I think Charles caught on that I said I liked the name D-Nation last night. What's up, Charles? I don't remember who it was, but someone said D-Nation a couple streams ago, and I think it's going to stick. D-Nation. I liked it. So to the bottom of the 4th. Thanks for tuning in, Charles. Hope you're having a great day. It'll be Meade, Chaparro, and Cruz for the Nationals in the bottom of the 4th. Meade a righty, Chaparro righty, and Cruz a righty against Luzardo, the 3 lefties. Really helpful that you get the 3 righties. If you're not done so already, pause now and give the like button a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Charles. I got confused. Give the like button a thumbs up. I got confused. I thought I was reading it wrong. would bottom 4. Nationals trying to hold on to this slim lead. They had a slim lead last night. All night they gave up a run, but luckily they had a run in return, and then they get another one, 2. They get 2 in the 8th with a 2-run Curtis Mead bomb. So some insurance at the end of the game, which really helped. Looks like we're increasing in views up to 250. Thank you so much. We got plenty of people in the chat right now, so thank you so much to everyone who is here, hanging out with us right now. You play to win the game. Yep. So we're headed to the bottom of the 4th. Maybe we'll see the bull in this game. Brad Lord hadn't pitched since, I believe it was Saturday now. He got in on the Saturday game. Yep. So he got in after Cavalli's start of only 2.2 innings, and Parker goes 2 1/3. Brad Lord, the bull, came into the game. So it'd be no surprise if we saw the bull in today's game. I would not be surprised at all if the bull came in and pitched. Who is Brad Lord? That is our nickname for him on this channel. Shout out to Mr. C for helping come up with the nickname of the bull. So it'd be Curtis Mead here in the bottom of the 4th to face Luzardo to start his 4th inning of work. 226 average, 12 home runs for Mead. Into the line, first pitch to Mead. That's going to be a pitch way high, ball 1 with a sweeper, so it's a 1-0 count. Let's have a deep dive on Curtis Mead right here. Check him out a little bit. Look at more than just the face value questions. Look at his career just a little bit. Luzardo into the line. Here comes the 1-0 to Mead. Swinging a line drive, caught by the second baseman Stott. Right playing up there, up the middle for out number 1. We didn't even have time to go over Mead with his 36 RBIs, 3 stolen bases as well, and his 44 hits this season. 10 doubles, no triples, and 12 home runs. 36 runners batted in this season. Much better season than he had last year in his 90 games with Tampa Bay and Chicago and both those teams. So now to be Andres Chaparro here. Struck out back in the 1st. Chaparro takes a sweeper that clips the outer part of the zone. It's an 0-1 count. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Nationals hold the 1-0 lead. Here comes the 0-1 to Chaparro, the pitch. Andres takes a sweeper outside ball 1, so it doesn't sweep really back into the zone, so that'll even up the count. Chaparro was in that trade in 2025. A bigger trade, here comes the 1-1, and Chaparro swings and grounds this one. Shortstop Turner with a slide play. Fires it to first. The throw is off. Harper can't sweep the tag, so Chaparro is going to reach on an error. Andres Chaparro reaches on an error. I think that's going to be a throwing error on Trey Turner on the play. So the trade was in 2024 for Chaparro, and it included Dylan Floro, and it was to the Diamondbacks. So that throw was off, and Harper can't sweep the tag. He can't even get a piece of Chaparro. Chaparro was able to elude the tag. So they're going to give him a single here. Chaparro gets a knock. So Chaparro gets credit for a hit. So now first pitch to Dylan Cruz, and Cruz takes a ball inside, gets away from the catcher Realmuto. Chaparro will now jog into second base. So now Chaparro can find his way into second base here after the first pitch. I think we're going to say that's a wild pitch, got away from the catcher there. So we're going to say wild pitch, moves up Chaparro to second base. So Chaparro's in scoring position here, but he's not too fast. Here's the pitch. And Cruz swings and grounds this one up the middle. Turner diving play. He's going to fire to first. Not in time. So Dylan Cruz has found the Phillies' weakness, and that weakness is Trey Turner. So Dylan Cruz is now on first here with 1 out after he hits a ball up the middle. I believe he's going to get a base hit too. He goes up the middle and just grounds that one to Turner. Turner dove and made an amazing play. And then he eludes the throw. Ooh, this is close, though. So they're giving him a single for now, but this is a close play. So we might get a challenge here. I'm wondering if the Phillies are going to want a challenge. Diving play by Turner, then fired it to first. I don't think we're going to get a challenge. I don't know, though. Ooh, this one is close. We getting a challenge, though. MLB hasn't said if we're getting a challenge, though. So we are not going to get a challenge. Runners on the corners here. But there is a mound visit. So they have really found this team's weakness, and it is Trey Turner. So they're just going to keep hitting the ball to Trey Turner. So that'll bring up Vivas, who already has a single in this game, and he has a .255 average with a home run. Taking tonight would be a big win as well, being able to defeat Luzardo. I mean, beating that bullpen game was really good and all. It was a really successful game, beating that bullpen game. But here would be beating Jesus Luzardo, so that'd be a successful game. Luzardo comes set. He'll throw to Jorbeat Vivas here, swung at the first pitch that time. He's going to swing at it here, but foul it off on a sinker at 97. It's 0-1. Smash some free subs and hit the like button. Let's go. We are at 476, though. 0-1 here with a 1 out to Vivas. Up to the plate with 42 pitches. Coming set is Luzardo. Here comes the 0-1. Vivas takes a sweeper way outside, ball 1. That first pitch sinker he got was probably the best thing he's going to see the entire AB. Now he's going to start seeing the sweepers. So he's lucky that he got a sinker early, but he's just able to foul it off. Here comes the 1-1 from Luzardo. Vivas takes a sweeper low. It's a 2-1 count here. I think first AB he did get a first pitch sinker, and he just roped it up the middle. Smart by him. First pitch, he gets a 96.5 mile an hour sinker. So he took it and did it exactly what he needed to with it. The 2-1 and Vivas check swings at a sweeper. Did he go? No, says third base umpire Rehak. Jeremy Rehak was behind the plate in last night's game. Was not giving good calls. He was having the very high zone. So it'd be a 3-1 here to Vivas. Here's the pitch. Vivas takes upstairs and in ball 4 with a sinker. So now the bases will be loaded for Jacob Young. So Cruz moves up to second. Chaparro stands at third. The bases are loaded here with 1 out for JY, which will be a lefty-righty matchup with Young up to the plate. Let's go Nats. Come on, let's try to capitalize, boys. Capitalizing here would be great to Young, who's a .228 hitter this season, but he's got 8 bombs. He's had pop this season. Here's the pitch. Young swinging a fly ball out to center, but it's a little bit shallow. Getting behind it's the center fielder Crawford. Chaparro is not going to try to score, so that does not do the job. I forgot it was Chaparro for a second out there, so probably not going to go. He probably wasn't going to go anywhere. So Young can't get it done, but that'll bring up Smunez now. Nasim Nunez will come to the plate. Young seems upset in the dugout, can't get it done, but, I mean, he put a ball in play. That was good. He just can't get the sac fly to work, can't get it far enough. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Smunez here. Nunez will hit from the right side. He struck out back in the second. Luzardo comes set. He waits. Here's the pitch to Smunez. And Nunez grounds this one down the third base line. That's going to be a base hit. Chaparro scores. Around third, coming home is Cruz. Marshall fired in a second, and Nunez is going to stay at first. Nasim Nunez delivers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's now the Nationals 3, the Phillies nothing. Nunez with a 2 RBI single. He moves Vivas up to third, and he scores both Chaparro from third and Cruz from second. So there you go, Nats fans. 2 more runs on the board, and Vivas now stands at third here. The Nationals threatening to score. He just puts that one down the line. Nunez early on it, scores 2 runs. It's now a 3-0 game. Here you go. First pitch is in there for a strike, and Nunez moves up to second. No throw from Yamuto. So I think we're going to give him a DI here. This will be 0-1 here. So 2 outs, here's the 0-1, and Tenna rips this one to left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Marshall will grab it. Scoring is Vivas. Coming home is Cruz. The throw is offline. Moving up to second is Tenna. And there you go. 2 more runs on the board. It's now a 5-0 game. Nunez proving that stolen base is important. Getting up to second there, showing how important it is. It's now a 5-0 game. Nunez with stolen base number 30, proving how important it is. Jose Tenna delivers with a single to left field, scoring 2 runs. Marsh's throw was a little bit off, and Tenna moves up to second on the play. It is now the Nationals 5, the Phillies nothing. A 4 spot here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Vivas scores from third, and Nunez scores from second. Tenna now stands at second. 5-0 now. Luzardo sets. Here's the first pitch to K-Bert. Ruiz takes a pitch inside, ball 1. So that did take a minute doing that chant. So there was a ball low. First pitch to Ruiz, but it was overturned by JT Realmuto on the ABS challenge. Sorry I didn't get to call it live. MLB Baseball Action live streaming now. Mr. D Nation, thank you, Charles. This is an exciting game. Yep, a 4 spot here. Now Ruiz is going to foul this one off on a fastball at 99, but it is a very exciting game, Mrs. C. Very exciting. So be 0-2 here with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 4th, the Nationals put up a 4 spot here on Luzardo. 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Nationals, they are good at having these big innings, though, and they can rally quickly. And you still got one more out there who could try to score in Tenna, who's in scoring position. So 0-2 here with 2 outs. I need to start doing that NATS after play so we can still work it in. Coming set is Luzardo. It'd be an 0-2 here to Ruiz. Here's the pitch. Ruiz swinging a miss and a sweeper in the zone, and Luzardo strikes him out. That's strikeout number 6 for Luzardo. He has struck out half a dozen here through 4 innings. But the Nationals put 4 more runs on the board. Jose Tenna getting the last of it with a 2 RBI single. A big part of it being Nunez with 2 RBIs on a single. But Jose Tenna and Nasi Nunez coming together to drive in 4 runs on 4 hits. Is there an error in the inning? No error. And then 1 man left on base. Now we're through 4 innings, everybody. It's now the Nationals 5 and the Phillies nothing as we head to the 5th. I mean, run support here. Run support matters. And I mean, Littell, who is not the best starter in this rotation, we can all agree on that, could use some run support, and that is exactly what he gets in the 4th inning. The Nationals help him out. 8 batters come to the plate. 5 of them reach base, and only 3 of them are retired, but obviously 3 outs. But, I mean, the big things, you get it started with a Chaparro single, then Cruz with a single, and then Vivas draws a walk, and then Nunez, the hottest hitter on this team, drives in 2, and then Tenna drives in 2. So this team just shows off what they can do with runners on base. When they have the chance, they can have big rallies. They can have parties when they're hitting. They're exciting to watch when they can hit the ball well. I mean, action out here in D.C. Game 2, they're trying to take Game 2 of this series as well. Top of the 5th we go to be Stott, Realmuto, and Raconis Jr. for the Phillies. For Littell to face in his 4th inning of work. His first 3 have been a little spotty. 2 hits, no runs, though, and 4 strikeouts. He's let runners on base, but he's figuring out how to hold them on the base they're on. He's figured that out well. So now it'll be Bryson Stott for the top of the 5th. We'll check up on some other scores here as we head to 5th inning. Check on where the other parts of the sports world are going. It looks like 17 minutes until the Wizards pick. Astros 9, Blue Jays 7 in the bottom of the 11th inning. Wow, that was a quick game. When did they start that? Is this a doubleheader? As here we go, coming set is Littell. Here comes the first pitch, and Stott is going to take that in there, called strike 1. Why did they start so early? When did they start? In Toronto. Where did they start? 4:07 they started, so it'd be 0-1 here to Stott, but they're in the bottom of the 11th. So Littell sets, here's the 0-1 to Stott, and he checks on a splitter. It'll be an 0-2 count. He looks at that one. Royals beating the Rays 2-1. The Pirates beating the Mariners 2-1. Rangers and Marlins all knotted up at 1. Yankees beating Tigers beating the Yankees 2-1. Cubs and Mets just underway at 0-0. But the Cubs have the bases loaded with 1 out. Middle of the 3rd, Brewers and Reds scoreless. Here comes the 0-2 here to Stott. Swinging a line drive out to left center. That's going to be a base hit. So left fielder Cruz will go grab that one, and Bryson Stott has a knock here in the top of the 5th. So Bryson Stott delivers. 5 runs. The Nationals don't even send a single ball out of the park in that inning. Dodgers and Twins about to get underway in a few minutes. And then, of course, middle of the 1st, Guardians with White Sox 0-0. D-backs Cardinals soon to get underway at 8:40. Rockies Red Sox. Orioles Angels at 9:38. Braves Padres at 9:40. Here's the pitch to JT Realmuto. That's going to be in there, called strike 1 with a sinker. At 9:45, the latest game of the night will be Athletics Giants. And there's Braves Padres at 9:40 as well, but 9:45 will be the latest start of the day. It's like Bryce Eldridge, though, has moved up to hitting in the 2-hole. Here comes the 0-1 here to Realmuto. That's a sweeper that'll dunk into the zone and it'll be 0-2. Mr. C able to grab some Wi-Fi on the plane. Looks exciting. What is up, Mr. C? Thanks for tuning in. Yep, we got a 5-0 game here. Mr. C tuning in from the plane. Thank you, Mr. C, for tuning in. Good on getting Wi-Fi. The 0-2 is high ball 1 with a splitter. It'll be a 1-2 count. Thank you to Mr. C for finding that Wi-Fi. So it'll be 1-2 here. Littell is going to go to the pitch com here, so he's going to call his own pitch here. Littell comes set. It'll be a 1-2 here to Realmuto. He sets. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. At a slider outside. Realmuto chases that one out of the zone. Strikeout number 5 for Zach Littell. His first one after that 4 strikeout streak. He finally grabs another one. So Realmuto is down swinging for the second time this evening. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And that will bring up Raconis Jr., Gabriel Raconis. Here's the pitch. He takes a pitch, high ball 1 with a slider. Well, someone's team is having a great night so far. Yep, hopefully someone is. We're having a good rally here, but that's just how we play. Here comes the 1-0. That's down low, ball 2. Running to second on the play is Stott, and he'll be in there with no throw. Ruiz just pops up. So that's a stolen base for Bryson Stott there. Ruiz cannot even make a throw. Stott's too quick with that one. He got a good jump. He's pretty quick, too, so he's able to just dive in a second with no throw. So runner at second here with 1 out. Ruiz just popped up but didn't make a throw. For every cause, there's an effect. For every action, there's a reaction. Here's the pitch, and Raconis swings and grounds this one down the first base line. Chaparro's to back up and makes the play. Flips it up to Littell, covering the bag for out number 2. So Chaparro backed up on that chopper. He makes the play, flips it up to first in time. So that's out number 2. So it's like Chris and Sam are to come in here. There. What's up, Chris? He says, hey, District, go Nationals. Let's go. And then, good to see you as always, District. What's up, Sam? Thanks for tuning in, man. So 2 outs here. Mr. C has an update for us as Littell sets. Here comes the first pitch to Edmundo Sosa. Swinging a fly ball. Hit well. Out to left center field. It's a 5-2 game. Well, Young might try to scale the wall. He will not. This one's out of here. So Edmundo Sosa leaves the yard for his 2-run home run, his fifth home run. A 2-run bomb out to the red seats. He pimped that one. He stared at it after he hit it. Sets a 2-run bomb for Edmundo Sosa here. Yet another home run given up by Littell. So that puts 2 runs on the board. It's now a 5-2 game. Nationals need to give some run support now. After that big inning, we're going to have to ask for some more. Checking in looks to be just east of Jacksonville over the Atlantic. Oh, Mr. C, that sounds great. Good job and good luck with traveling. And thanks for tuning in on the plane even. So now to be Crawford here. Here comes the pitch. He swings and loops this one out to left center field. That's going to plug the gap. Young will chase after it. He grabs it towards the wall. Crawford will cruise in a second base with a double. So that's a double here for Crawford. So now 2 hits in a row. So they're stringing something together here. So it's a 5-2 game, and the Phillies have a runner at second. So Jacob Young has to field that one in the gap, but Crawford's already at second by the play. But the ender of rallies is now up to the plate in Trey Turner, so he's up to the plate. Ooh, looks like I'm bad luck. Ouch, looks like I'm bad luck. Well, you're okay. Oh, no. Mr. C, I will tell you this. No Pitchy's now warming up, though. No Pitchy Parker is now warming up. Simon Matthews just paid a visit to Littell, so we can't get the bull, so we're demoted down to no Pitchy Parker. I don't think this lead is safe anymore. With no Pitchy Parker warming up, this lead is not safe. JJ finally has something to cheer about. Yep, with 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Trey Turner with a runner at second. Turner swinging a miss at a sweeper, and it's an 0-1 count. He's 0 for 2 on the day. A ground out and a strikeout looking. Hopefully Abrams isn't out long. I need him for fantasy. Well, he had some soreness. I don't think it's going to be long. Here's the 0-1. Turner, splitter down low, and it'll be a 1-1 count. Maybe we'll even see him tonight in a pinch hit roll. But Mr. C, no Pitchy Parker is now warming up. We couldn't get Lord the Bull, so we got no Pitchy instead. Come on. Here comes the 1-1 from Littell. He waits. Now the pitch. Turner swings and pops this one up. Under it, or Mead's just going to let this one go out of play, so Mead can't even have a play. That one's a few rows up the first few sections. So Crawford's at second here with 2 outs, and Turner now has a 1-2 count. I think 4 innings is probably all we're going to get out of Littell today. Maybe we just get 5 innings out of Pullen plus Littell. I mean, I don't understand the logic of taking out Pullen after having a good 1-2-3 first inning. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball. This one is Under it is going to be Ruiz. He's calling for it, and Keibert Ruiz makes the catch for out number 3. So Turner is down once again, and the Nationals have James Wood coming up after that top of the 5th. Edmundo Sosa has a 2-run bomb. It's now a 5-2 game. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 1 man left on base. So 2 on the board for the Phillies. It's now a 5-2 game. Let's go, Nat. Can I still use the eagle emoji? Oh, that's completely fine. Yes, you can still use the eagle emoji, Mr. Sam. You can always use the eagle emoji. Tom here. What's up, Tom? Can't go to sleep after getting a lead. Too many big bats on this team. Oh, yeah. And an unlikely one with Edmundo Sosa in the designated hitter position. He was subbed in for Schwarber's spot today. So he was subbed in Schwarber's designated hitter spot, and then he comes out of nowhere and has some pop. So I really hope no Pitchy Parker does not go in. I hope that we get at least one more inning out of Littell, one more good inning, and then we can go to a different bullpen arm. We can go to Disney for the 7th, maybe Varland for the 8th, and then Lovelady for the 9th, or we go to Beater for the 9th. I think Beater's probably pretty tired, though, but that's why you need no Pitchy Parker. You need a long man. I wish Awesome Andrew was still in the bullpen. Awesome Andrew Alvarez. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nationals still have a 5-2 lead. Sam throwing that eagle in the chat. Let's go. I mean, eagle for America, because this is America's team with the red, white, and blue. So PJC says JJ raid. What's up, PJ? Thanks for tuning in, man. So looks like JJ's coming over here with a raid, probably. Thanks for coming in, PJ. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. The top of the order will be hitting for the Nationals, Wood, Mead, and Chaparro. Thanks, JJ, for stopping by, if this really is a raid. He's raided a few times now, so thank you, JJ, for all the raids. JJ raid, says Lou. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in, Lou. Thank you so much, everybody. So now to be James Wood here with Luzardo. And Wood swinging a miss, and it's 0-1. Some good news for you, District. Doctor got to 9.5K today. Jack DeWhite's here. Let's go. 477 subs. Thanks for subbing, Jack. Here's the 0-1. Wood swinging a miss at a sinker, and it's an 0-2 count. JJ raid. Thank you so much, JJ, for that little raid there. Thank you so much, JJ. Here comes the 0-2. Wood takes it low and outside with a fastball, so it'll be a 1-2 count. Thanks, JJ, so much for telling your chat to come over for the bottom of the 5th. And we just gained a sub from that. Thank you, JJ. Here comes the 1-2 to Wood. Wood swinging a miss at a sweeper. So Wood looks funny on that one. Goes down. Strikeout number 7 for Luzardo. That's the second time he's K'd up Wood in this game. And thanks, PJ, for coming over. We're now at 477. So it looks like Sports Roustabout is in here. Roustabout. Here comes the first pitch from Luzardo to Mead. Mead takes a changeup inside, ball 1, and it's a 1-0 count. So 1-0 here with 1 out. Everybody, if you're not already, go subscribe to Play by Play with JJ as well. Here comes the 1-0 to Mead. Mead takes a sweeper in there, called strike 1, so that'll even up the count to 1-1. Welcome to JJ Network family. See 1-1 here with 1 out. Here's the pitch, and that's swung on and fouled off. Mead swings at the high fastball. So it'll be 1-2 here. And more people coming over from the JJ raid. What's up, Coach Sterling? Thanks for tuning in, man. From the JJ raid. Smash some free subs and hit the like button. Yep. So it'll be 1-2 here. Luzardo into the line. Here's the pitch to Mead. That's high ball to the sinker, so it'll be a 2-2 count now. Thanks, everyone. We're getting close to 480 now. We are sniffing up on 480. We're getting really close. It'll be a 2-2 here. Here's the pitch to Mead. Swinging a line drive down the left field line, but it's foul. Just barely foul. So do 2-2 again, but that one just barely foul. Mead got a good piece of it. Put it down the line. So do 2-2 again here. 2-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 2-2 to Mead. Mead swinging a miss at a sweeper low. So Luzardo puts him down. Strikeout number 8 for Jesus Luzardo now. Even he gave up those 4 runs, he's still racking up the Ks right here. 2 in a row. He strikes out the 1 and 2 of this order. So that'll bring up Andres Chaparro at a single back in the 4th. Let's see if he can have a multi-hit game right here. So Luzardo will now go into the windup. Here comes the pitch to Andres Chaparro. Chaparro takes a changeup way outside ball 1. Once again, we talked about how Chaparro was involved in that trade for Dylan Floro. He came over from the Diamondbacks. Here comes the 1-0 Chaparro. Chaparro checks swing. Did he go? No, says first base umpire Beck on that one. I thought Chaparro went, but they're going to say he didn't go, so it's a 2-0 count. Thanks for the raid play-by-play with JJ. Yeah, thank you, JJ, for that little raid. Yep, you got to say hi to Charles. Ooh, here's the 2-0, and Chaparro takes a sweeper in there called strike one. Reds pitcher just took a ground ball off his pitching hand. Looked really painful. Oof. That one looked like it hurt. So 2-1 here. Luzardo into the line. Here's the pitch to Chaparro. He quick pitches him, and Chaparro fouls it off. Luzardo didn't go fully into his windup. Quick pitched a little bit there. He started his windup just slightly earlier. So it'll be 2-2 here with 2 outs. Luzardo wearing the goggles on there. The mound, though. Those goggles seem to be a good style, though, for him at least. It's like a timeout from Chaparro. Now Luzardo will go to the plate. Here's the pitch. Chaparro swinging a miss at a sweeper low and inside. Died as it got to Chaparro, and that is strikeout number 9 for Jesus Luzardo. He goes 3 strikeouts in the inning, all swinging. That sweeper is really working. We're done with 5 innings here. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning. It is the Nationals 5, the Phillies 2. So head to the 6th inning. It'll be Marsh, Harper, and Bohm. 2, 3, 4 heart of this order. Without commitment, you will never start. Without consistency, you'll never finish. Chris and Sam must be there. District Nation is moving his way up. More great things to come for this man. Thank you so much, Sam, for those kind words. Here we go. We're headed to the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Marsh to lead it off, though. Let's see how long Littell stays out there. Will they go to no pitchy Parker here in the 6th, or they stick with Marsh for now? I wonder who they'll go to. Oh, boy. So the Nationals just made the call. Mitchell Parker's now coming in the game. Oh, boy. So the lead is no longer safe. Good game, everybody. Lead's no longer safe. Parker's into the game. Oh, boy. As the pitching coach would say from the movie, if you've never seen the movie Rookie of the Year, oh, boy. So 5 hits given up by Littell. Only 2 runs, though. 5 hits, 2 runs only given up off that 2-run home run by Sosa. So if he doesn't do that, he probably gives up less, but that home run was really big. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 5. Wasn't on the struggle bus the entire time this game. Last game, games ago, we can check on it. It was not great. Mariners game, it was like that, where he was on the struggle bus the entire game. Let me just get the scorecard up here. Yeah, Mariners, and he just doesn't do well in that game. He goes 1 2/3, 4 hits, 5 runs. There's now to be no pitchy Parker here, lefty, onto the mound. Here in the 6th inning, he'll face 2, 3, and 4 of this order. Good thing he's going to get the 2 lefties, though. 19 games, a 3-3 record, 4 holds with a 5.70 ERA. I can't think of a game where he didn't give up a run, though, in the last few games he's come in this season. Coming set is Parker. He waits. Now here comes the pitch to Brandon Marsh, and Marsh hits this one out to center field, but Jacob Young's under it. He's going back now. Young's still under it. He's tracking it, and Jacob Young makes the catch here for out number 1. So there's 1 out here in the top of the 6th. He did it. He got it out. Parker did officially get it out. 478 subscribers. Let's go. We just gained another one. We're now 2 away from that 480 mark. Just watched that movie a couple weeks ago. Yep. Good movie. So Parker, I'm going to look at his game logs. I don't remember a scoreless outing in a while. Parker sets. Here comes the pitch to Harper, and that's swung on and missed on a fastball. So be 0-1 here with 1 out. Here comes the 0-1, and Harper takes the ball down low. So it'll be 1-1 now with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. I need Harper and Schwarb to get at least 1 home run for my parlay, says Blue Lives. Well, just so you know, buddy, Schwarber was scratched from the lineup. Here comes the 1-1, and Harper takes a slider outside, ball 2, and he's going to immediately, or strike 2. He's going to immediately go to the challenge, though. We'll look at the ABS here, and he is correct. Harper sees it as a ball, so it will be a 2-1 count here. Parker, that 5.70 ERA. Not good numbers. Game logs here this season. I can't think of a game he didn't give up a run in the month of June. Here comes the pitch, and Harper takes a fastball outside, ball 3. He gave up the past couple games. June 20th, he didn't give up any runs. June 17th, he gives up 2. June 10th, he gives up 2. June 8th, he gives up 1. So he's had 2 scoreless outings thus far in the month of June. The 3-1. So you're going to foul off of Harper's foot, so it'd be a 3-2 count. Fa sound effect. Yep. Schwarber taken out of the game. I don't have that, but I do. I don't have that one exactly, but I do have this one for you. So it'd be 3-2 here to Harper. Parker sets. It'd be a 3-2 here. He waits. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a fastball at 94 up in the zone. Parker sets down. Harper sets out number 2. So he's gone from no pitchy Parker to I kind of sort of decently want to pitch today, Parker. So 2 quick outs for Mitchell Parker here in the 6th. He's trying to hold a 3-run lead here. And now he'll face the pride and joy of this lineup today, and it's Alec Bohm, one guy with a hit. Here's the pitch, and Bohm takes a pitch down low. Yeah, I have a few sound effects on here that I like to just play at different moments. And I did add another sound effect I'm excited to play later in the game, but it has to play later in the game. We 1-0 here with 2 outs. Parker sets. Pitch to Bohm, and that's grounded to the shortstop. Nunez makes the play, fires it to first on the run in time for a quick play, but Bohm was not hustling, and Mitchell Parker works a 1-2-3 here in the 6th inning. Good work by Parker there with a strikeout, a fly out, and a ground out. So no runs, no hits, no runners left on base. We're through 5.5 here in D.C. Wood to the bottom of the 6th. It is the Nationals 5, the Phillies 2. So head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Cruz, Vivas, and Young for the Nationals. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. And if you enjoy what you see, you can go to the channel description, and you can find both my Instagram and I think my Twitter's in there, but I barely use Twitter at all. But, yeah, if you want to tune into either platform, you can go over there. Similar content. I have shorts over there on both of them. Well, X, I just kind of repost stuff. That's really all I do over there on X. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We just hit 479 subscribers. Let's go. We're now 21 away from that 500 number. Smash some free subs and hit the like button. Let's go. It's 8:03 p.m. Yeah, we're into the 6th inning when it was probably much, much earlier last game. So bottom of the 6th, it'll be Cruz, Vivas, and Young for this team. So here we go. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Looks like Rochester has a 3-1 lead on the Charlotte Knights right now, the Rochester Red Wings. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Cruz, Vivas, and Young. Cruz kind of a good player for this game so far. 2 for 2 in the 4-hole. I guess we're going to have to try him in the 4-hole again tomorrow. Maybe try Abrams in the 3-hole. Go Wood, Mead, Abrams, or Wood, Garcia Jr., Abrams, Cruz. Keep Abrams here in the 4-hole, or keep Cruz in the 4-hole. Try Abrams in the 3-hole. Maybe Abrams have more chances with Garcia and Wood usually on base. So here we go. Bottom of the 6th. Luzardo into the line. First pitch to Dylan Cruz. He fouls this one off his foot, and it's an 0-1 count. Describe Ben Rice in NFL terms. Ooh, Ben Rice in NFL terms. That's a tough one. Ben Rice kind of just had his first good season. I think if you were a veteran, I'd probably say Devontae. Here's the 0-1, and that's inside, ball 1. So that'll even up the count. Just inside. I mean, Ben Rice hasn't been in the league too long, I don't think. But if Ben Rice were older, I'd probably say Devontae Adams, I think. Here comes the 1-1 to Cruz. Cruz takes a sweeper in there, called strike 2. That was low part of the zone, but it's a 1-2 count. He's been in the league for, I want to get the numbers up here because I might toot Devontae here. I mean, I don't know the guy too well. 3 seasons, so probably not Devontae. Okay. We have 1-2 here. Luzardo into the wind. Here comes the pitch to Cruz. That's way inside, ball 2. Cruz almost got him on the foot there, but that'll even up the count at 2-2. I'd have to think about that. Thanks for that question, though, Angel Velasquez. So we 2-2 here. Luzardo shakes off here. Now he gets the sign he wants, and we'll go into the wind. Here's the pitch to Cruz. Cruz swinging a foul again, so he's working an AB here against Luzardo. Cruz 2 for 2 on the day. 2 of the runs in today's game as well. Scored back in the second and scored in that rally ending in the fourth. Which is why I seriously think this guy should stay in the cleanup hole for a little while. See how it goes. The 2-2. Cruz, called, strike 3. That's a fastball, paints the lone inside corner. Cruz is down looking. Now, Luzardo has 10 strikeouts on the day. He's in the double digits. Luzardo's really painting here in the 6th inning of work. He's up to 10 strikeouts. So I'll bring up Jorbit Vivas now. Has a single and a walk. Vivas being successful in the 5 hole as well. It's almost when you move these guys up in the order, it's like they want to perform a little bit. The pitch, and Vivas swings and grounds this one. First base. Harper makes a sliding play. Luzardo going to cover the bag in time. So Vivas tried to put that one through the hole for a base knock, but Harper made a sliding play over there. Flipped it up to Luzardo, who's on the run over there. And they do make the play for out number 2. So 2 quick outs now for Luzardo. That'll bring up Jacob Young, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Hasn't really gotten started offensively yet, Young. He's in a little bit of a slump, hasn't found it too much offensively. Started off red hot, too. He's one of the best offensive outfielders at the beginning of the season. A lot of guys are wearing the Nats basketball jersey. Seeing a lot more guys than women wearing it. Here comes the first pitch to JY. Young takes a sinker in there, called strike 1. It's an 0-1 count. Jacob Young's on a 174 stretch over his last 7. Over his last 15 is on a 186 stretch. Not good times for Young. He would like to bust out of it. The 0-1 is going to clip the zone. That sweeper clips the low and out part of the zone. It's an 0-2 count. Wow, so they're really painting here. Might as well call him Jesus Picasso here with an 0-2 count on Young. He has 10 strikeouts, too. Luzardo will go into the wind here. Here comes the 0-2 to Young. That's low ball one with a sweeper, so it'll be a 1-2 count. Wanted Young to chase it, but he doesn't that time. Brewers just stranded, the bases loaded. Wow. Good job to the Brewers stranding him loaded. I mean, that's a good situation. Here comes the 1-2 to Young. The pitch. Swinging a foul off on a high 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Young gets a piece of it and fouls it off. So it will stay at a 1-2 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. I mean, this team, 5-2 lead. Hopefully, no pitchy Parker can pitch for a little bit longer. Help us out a little bit. The 1-2, and Young swinging a miss. That is strikeout number 11 for Jesus Luzardo. Gets a breaking ball snuck in there. Strikeout number 11, and Jesus Luzardo, after that big wrong 4th inning, has a couple good innings with 5 strikeouts over 2 innings. Man, that's good performance over those 2 innings. We're through 6 here in D.C., so we're 2/3 of the way through. Went to the top of the 7th inning. It's still the Nationals 5 and the Phillies 2. It was really the bottom of the order that got to that point, too, because Meade in the 2-hole didn't really get it started, but Chaparro in the 3-hole hits a single, and then Cruz with a single, Vivas with a walk, and then Nunez and Tenna with back-to-back big hits. So the bottom of the order was the one producing in the 4th. Let's see if they can get it going in the 6th when it'll be, or in the 7th when it's Nunez, Tenna, and Ruiz. They can get some more runs on the board. Looks like, looking at the poll, the Nationals and the Phillies are 50-50 in my poll, at least today. Oh, wow. We are direct 50-50. If you answered the poll, you also have time to go over there and hit that subscribe button, though. We're getting really close to 500 subscribers, and I'm really excited to see what we can do when we get to that number. We'll head to the top of the 7th, everybody. Nationals 5, Phillies 2. Let's see if they stick with no pitchy Parker in this situation. Give them 2 innings of work. So we head to the 7th. Looks like we got a bunch of people in the chat, too, checking up the like count. We're at 24 likes, and we're about to hit 400 views on the night. So thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in. So we've had plenty of viewership for tonight's game, and we're only 1 subscriber away from that 480 number. Beautiful number, too. So we go top of the 7th. Stott, Realmuto, and Rincones Jr. coming up for the Phillies in the top of the 7th inning. Nationals hold a 3-run lead. You know, Abrams has been the guy to really have the campaign for All-Star. As we go over this screen once again, Abrams has been the guy campaigning for himself very well. He's the one who goes down. Hopefully he still gets that spot, though. Pitch from Parker to Stott is a curveball that stays up way high, ball 1 and inside. This will be a 1-0 count. But Wood, I feel like he still has the numbers. I mean, 20 home runs. He's still hitting in the 270s. A couple strikeouts tonight, though. Here comes the 1-0 from Parker to Stott. He waits, now the pitch, and Stott swinging a foul off on that one, so that'll even up the count at 1-1. So you 1-1 here. 235 average, 6 home runs for Stott. Chris says, glad the Bucks traded Giannis. It was long overdue. Yeah. Once again, I have a brother who's a Heat fan, so he was talking about it today. Oh, looks like the draft should be underway. Here comes the 1-1, and Stott takes it in there, called strike 2. I'm interested, who did the Wizards take? If they're 10 minutes in, they should probably have a pick by now. I'm curious here. I'm very curious. Here comes the 1-2 here. Parker gets his sign. Comes set. It'll be a 1-2 here. Here's the pitch to Stott. Swinging a ground ball. Second baseman Vivas makes a nice play over there. Then he loses it, and he can't make the play in time. So Bryson Stott's going to get on first. Let's see if they score that as a hit or an error. Vivas ranges over to get to that one, and he just can't get to it. So I think they're going to give him, looks like they're giving Stott a single here. Wow. They're going to give him a single as Vivas kind of bobbles it and can't make the play. Bryson Stott's going to have himself a single. So now there's a runner on base with no outs. I'd like to check the NBA draft because that should be in by now. So here is JT now to face Parker. Parker sets. Here's the pitch. Realmuto swings and hits this one down the right field line, ranging over is Wood, and James Wood's going to make the catch out there in deep right for out number 1. So there's one out now. Looks like AJ DeBansta was taken with the first pick. So now the Jazz are on the clock. AJ has taken for the first pick. Wow. I thought they were going to take Darren Peterson. But AJ is the pick. Looks like Disney Orlando Revolta is now warming up. Probably going to come in for the 8th inning. One out here in the top of the 7th. Surprise, AJ is the first pick. Excited to see who the Mavericks take. I'll probably track that as Parker coming set. One out here. He will face a fellow lefty here in Rincones Jr. Rincones swings and grounds this one. Chaparro can't get it. That one's in the right field. Wood will grab it. Rounding second, headed for third is Stotts. Now there's runners on the corners here with one out. So classic no-pitchy Parker here gives up a hit to Rincones Jr. So that's a base knock here. Now there's runners on the corners with one out. Phillies threatening here with one out. Nice double play here would be nice. Announcing Mundo Sosa up to the plate. Wood got to that one quickly, but had no prayer of getting him. So now Butera will come out, and Disney will come up to the plate. So A.J. DeBansta taken for the first pick. Mitchell Parker taken out of the game with runners on the corners with one out. Now Orlando Revolta will be tasked to take care of this one. Disney will come into the game. After Parker, in his outing, works 1 1/3. He gives up 2 hits. We don't know his run total just yet. So far, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. But now will be Disney Orlando Revolta to come up and play. He'll come out of the pen. The guy who's had some experience here was a September call-up, I believe, last year. But wow, let's see who the Jazz take. But it looks like DeBansta is the first pick. I want to see, where are the Mavs in the draft, which I'm interested to see. Looks like the Mavs are pick 9. Okay. So the Mavericks are at pick 9. There you go. I'm going to watch that then, probably just track it. But that was the only one that I wanted to see who was the first overall pick. It is AJ. So we'll head to here with one out in the top of the 7th. Let's see if Disney can put this one away. Just try to get out of the situation, Revolta, here in the 7th. So Disney comes out of the pen. He will face Edmundo Sosa here, who's 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run. The runners at first and third with one out. A double play here would be really, really nice. Just a double play. And then you can turn it over to the good part of the pen in the 8th and the 9th. I don't think Beater is probably available here, though, which is not going to be good. And Pullen already used. I mean, yesterday was Lovelady and Beater. So I'm assuming Lovelady, after having 2 strikeouts yesterday, is available. And Varlin hasn't pitched since Sunday, but he threw 2 innings of work. Orlando Revolta, 22 games this season. This is his 23rd game. 5 holds with a 3.38 ERA. Revolta steps up to the plate. Swinging his arm like Pullen does. Rebalta sets. Now we're righty-righty matchup here. Here's the pitch to Edmundo Sosa. Sosa swinging a miss at a sinker inside at 97 miles an hour. It's an 0-1 count. Rebalta, he brings a slider, a fastball, a sinker, and a changeup to the table. So 0-1 here with one out. Rebalta looking for his sign. He shakes off a couple times. Now he comes set. He waits. Now here comes the 0-1 to Sosa. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a sinker, low and inside this time, and it's an 0-2 count. 0-2 here with a one out in the top of the seventh. 236 average for Sosa. 5 home runs on the season. Rebalta has Sosa on 0-2 pretty quickly here. Rebalta comes set. Now Sosa takes time out. So Disney looking good here with 2 straight strikes immediately. That nickname just comes from his name being Orlando, so we just call him Disney. So 0-2, 1 out here. Disney comes set. 0-2 here. Here comes, now, timeout called. This time for Ruiz with the pitch comm device. So he's trying to figure something out with the pitch comm. Something isn't working. Now he's going to adjust it here. Figure it out from there. So it's 0-2 here with a 1 out. Top of the 7th. Looks like Ruiz going to need a new pitch comm device here. So they're going to need a new catcher's pitch comm device. I mean, those things aren't just free. It looks like the sky is really cleared up here. A bat boy goes and gets him a new one. But Nationals Park, the sky is blue and it's no longer cloudy. I'd say this is not cloudy. It's a nice evening for baseball. So now Ruiz has a working pitch comm device. Here's an 0-2 count with a 1 out. Rebalta, where's number 64 on the mound? He's a good pitcher. I mean, he's earned his nickname Disney with the work he's done, but he did give him a home run the last time he was hit. But right here, he's going to put him away. Coming set is Rebalta. The 0-2, he waits. Now here comes the pitch. In the dirt, ball 1, picked out of the ground by Ruiz. So it'll be a 1-2 count now. 1-2 here with 1 out. So Ruiz takes that one outside. It'll be a 1-2 count. Runners at the corners here with 1 out. Coming set is Rebalta. Here comes the 1-2. He waits. Now here comes the pitch. Swinging a foul off. We'll do 1-2 again. So 1-2 here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Watching the Brewers game on TV, you on one phone and Dr. Lay on the other. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the support of all the channels. It's 1-2 here with 1 out. Rebalta trying to put him away. Rebalta comes set. The 1-2 here to Sosa. He waits. Now here is the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, third base side, and foul. So do 1-2 again. That one fouled off. Rebalta having a battle here now with the man. On deck is Crawford, though. That'd be a good at-bat, too. But this would be the best way. Just put him away right here, right now. Rebalta sets. The 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a grounder, foul again. So another sinker fouled off. To the silent listeners and viewers, you were valued indeed. Thank you, Charles. So far, 3 sinkers in a row to start the at-bat. Then he went to a fastball. Then he went to a slider. Then he went back to a sinker. So 1-2 here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. MLB Baseball action live streaming now on District Nation Network. Wow, good AB here, though. One, 2 here with 1 out. Rebalta looks for his sign. Still waiting here. Clock winds down to 8 here. Coming set. It'll be a 1-2 here to Disney. He waits. Now the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Hit well down the left field line, but this one is foul. So we'll do 1-2 again. Wow, that one curled all the way around to the 300 section. In the studio behind the mic is Mr. D Nation, CEO host, providing outstanding play-by-play with informative commentary and analysis. Thank you, Charles. I like the name D Nation. Hit the like button and subscribe to District Nation Network. So it'll be 1-2 here with 1 out. I don't know who gave me the name. It was some random guy. I haven't seen him in a while, but D Nation, it sticks. The 1-2 here to Sosa. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Third baseman Meade goes to second for 1. To first. Double play! No, it's not a double play. Sosa's there safely. So it's 5-3 now. Butera will most surely challenge this one. Meade gets the fielder's choice, but Sosa's on first now. Meade reached down, made a play there to second, and then Vivas goes to first, and it's just not in time. Good play there by Meade. Maybe he's just upset that he wasn't quick about it because he didn't like that play there. Oof, this one's close. But he is safe. So Sosa is safe. It's now a 5-3 game, so that's a fielder's choice. So now to be Crawford here, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. Bunt, and this one is going to be foul on its own one. How did the Phillies score? Well, the first score was a 2-run home run from Edmundo Sosa, and now it's a fielder's choice from Edmundo Sosa. I mean, I'm not going to say it was a smart decision to take out the guy in Schwarber, but I mean, it obviously paid off. 0-1 here with 2 outs. Revolta sets. Here's the pitch to Crawford. That's high and out, ball 1, so that'll even up the count in 1-1. Sosa's been their offensive weapon right now. 1-1 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 245 average for Crawford, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs with a 6.43 OPS. Be a 1-1 here. Here's the pitch from Revolta. And this one is foul tipped into the glove, and it's a 1-2 count. So that is 3 RBIs for Sosa. So it's a 5-4 fielder's choice that scores a run, so an RBI for Sosa. He has 3 ribbies on the day. So to be 1-2 here with 2 outs. Coming set to Revolta. Here comes the 1-2 to Crawford. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Hit well. Out to right field, but Wood's under it, and James Wood will make the catch for out number 3, and that will end the inning. So James Wood does end up making the play after 2 hits given up and a run. So 1 run is earned to Parker there. 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. One to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. It is now a 5-3 game as we head to the bottom of the 7th. It is time for Take Me Out to the ball game. CMA. That was a slow-looking double play attempt. Yeah, Meade, I think, may have been a little slow with it. Meade just a little bit slow with it, and then Sosa really ran it out. One to the bottom of the 7th. We're going to take a quick break, and be sure to sing the 7th inning stretch song, Take Me Out to the ball game. We'll be back in just a moment, but get up and stretch, everybody. It's time for Take Me Out to the ball game. Ball game. Excuse me, first pitch is a ball to Nasim Nunez. Here's 1 for 2 on the day. Sorry to step away a little longer there. Here comes the 1-0 to Nunez. And Nunez takes a pitch in there called strike 1 with a sinker. So that'll even up the count at 1-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Luzardo into the wind. Here's the pitch to Nunez, and that is going to be called strike 2 on a sweeper. Nunez doesn't want the ABS now. He tapped his head. Then he says he doesn't want it, but now I think he's going to have to get it. But I think they're going to have him not challenge it. So Nunez able to say he doesn't want to challenge, as Dan Iasonia seems a little more chill on that rule. I think other umpires aren't. Here's the 1-2. Nunez takes a sweeper just outside ball 2, so that'll even up the count. I hope everyone liked having Take Me Out to the Ball game played. That is the Nationals Park rendition, too. So it'll be 2-2 here. Here's the pitch. Nunez swings and chops this one fouled on the first base line. Not hit very hard at all. So it'll be 2-2 again. See what this team can put together. Here comes the 2-2 to Nunez. Swinging a foul down the line. It'll be 2-2 again. Come on, boys. Let's get it. Get another run on the board. Looks like Jonathan Bolin is in the bullpen for the Phillies. He's warming up. I want to know who's in the bullpen for the Nationals right now. Who's going to come in to protect a 2-run lead? I don't think they're going to leave Disney out there after giving up a fielder's choice and a fly out. The 2-2. Nunez swinging a foul off of that sweeper, so we'll do 2-2 again. 2-2 again here in the bottom of the 7th. The Nationals have a slim 2-run lead. They find themselves once again in a close game. They had 5-0. Now it's a 5-3 game. Luzardo will go back to the wind. Here's the 2-2 to Nunez. The pitch. Swinging a foul off again on a sweeper. So Nunez working a good AB here. Luzardo now at 88 pitches. Maybe just trying to knock him out of this game. Work a good AB. This will be 2-2 here. Tenna up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Has 2 RBIs, though. So here's the 2-2 to Nunez. That's way outside ball 3, and it's a 3-2 count. His longest inning, of course, was the 4th inning, where Luzardo had 19 pitches and gave up 4 runs. The 3-2, upstairs, ball 4. Nunez does not go, and it'd be ball 4. So Nunez takes a walk. He also has 30 stolen bases on the year, so everyone knows he just hit 30. Good job for Nunez. So Smunez now finds his way onto the base paths with a walk. So runner at first here with no outs. That'll bring up Jose Tenna. Has 1 hit in the game, drove in 2. Here's the pitch, and Luzardo will throw back into first, back in safely as Nunez without a dive. He looked happy when Luzardo threw over, but I mean, as many pitches as they need. You got to waste pitches, even if they're not pitches and they're just pickovers. Luzardo, Nunez baiting him a little bit. Luzardo looks over now. He takes a step back towards the bag, and that's in there. Called strike 1 with a sinker, and it's an 0-1 count. Nunez starts back towards the bag. Come on, Nats. Let's get some runs here. Help out the cause a little bit. Help out the bullpen a little bit. Give them some runs to work with. So it'll be 0-1 here. Here's the pitch. Tenna takes a ball in the dirt and looks like runner move up to second. There's a balk. Yes! Luzardo balks. He tried a quick pitch. Jose Tenna there, and Nunez moves up on a balk. So Luzardo doesn't like the call, but Nunez moves up to second. Luzardo came set pretty quickly that time. Didn't come set for a second. Or were they calling it a balk after? He didn't come fully set. So it'll be 0-1 here. Nunez now in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Tenna takes a ball inside. Ball 1. Almost got Tenna in the head. So that evens up the count. Luzardo went way inside and high. So that'll even up the count. So 1-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Luzardo comes set. Here comes the 1-1 to Nunez. Tenna takes a sinker in there, called strike 2. Be nice to get an insurance run or 2. Oh, yeah, Chris, it would definitely be nice. Just get 1 or 2 insurance runs. I don't know why they called the balk, though. I feel like that was a pretty egregious balk call. Tenna swing and a miss at a sweeper low. Strikeout number 12 for Jesus Luzardo. He has now struck out a dozen. So he has 12 strikeouts here in the 7th inning. So he's cruising. Cruise control is Luzardo's middle name in this game. So that'll bring up Kabert here from the right side. They have 5 runs here up on Luzardo, though. Ruiz with a chance for the runner at second and a quick runner at second, too. Nunez on the move. The throw is inside for a ball. The throw is not in time. Nunez swipes yet another bag. Stolen base number 31. Wow. Now Mattingly's going to hold the game for a second. He still has his hand out. Are they going to want a challenge here? Good. Not a great jump by Nunez. The throw was a little bit high than Nunez in the third. We might get a second look at this here. Looking at this angle here. Ooh, this is close. This is a very close play. I think he's there, though. He is there. Nunez is in the third. I think they're not going to challenge this one. And if they do, it'll end up standing. That's my opinion, though. So Nunez will stay at third. Here's the pitch. Ruiz will take a sweeper, low ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. So he gets a second on a balk. He has not touched the ball once. Nunez gets to second on a balk and then gets to third on a stolen base. So he hasn't even gotten a hit, though. Here's the 2-0. Ruiz takes a sweeper up high, ball 3. It's a 3-0 count. I'd assume that Ruiz has the green light here to try to drive in some runs. So he 3-0 here. Luzardo comes set. Here's the 3-0. Ruiz takes a sinker right in there called strike 1, so he indeed did not have the green light, or he's not going to use it anyway. So it'd be a 3-1 count here. Wood's on deck, though. I bet they'd bring in that bullpen arm for Wood, and they might be worried about pitching to him. Here's the 3-1. Ruiz takes inside, ball 4, and Luzardo walks yet a second batter this inning. So there's 2 walks in the inning now. That'll bring up James Wood. Don's not going to make the call, though, so Don doesn't seem ready to go out just yet after those 2 walks from Luzardo. So Wood will face Luzardo for a 4th time now. The only guy to do so thus far. So the infield will back up now with runners at first and third and with 1 out. 99 pitches for Luzardo now. JT's signaling something to his manager here. JT's signaling here, but he'll back up. Looks like he wants a sign here for what play to run. I don't think Ruiz is the type of guy to steal the bag this time. Last time I paid this much attention to the Nationals, Strasburg was still pitching for them. Wood takes a fastball in there, throw to second. Ruiz is going to be in there safely. Ruiz swipes the bag. Nunez stays at second, so Turner went in to pick off the throw where he jumps in front and starts towards home. So the first pitch is in there for a strike. Ruiz swipes the bag. The throw, Turner came first towards home with it, so Turner comes off the bag a little bit to catch it, but Ruiz has a stolen base. K-Barrett Ruiz swipes the bag. Here with 0-1 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Wood swinging a sword swing there at a sweeper, so it's an 0-2 count. If Wood can't touch Luzardo right now. I mean, if I'm the Mets, or if I'm the Phillies, I'm fine with it here. I mean, with how he's been. So that's a stolen base for Ruiz, though. Here's the 0-2. Wood swings and chops this one foul, so to 0-2 again. That's probably the best contact he's had all night so far. I mean, he had a ground out to start the game, and now he's had 2 consecutive strikeouts. Still vote Wood for All-Star, though. He's been much better against other guys. Luzardo has had his number, though. So we 0-2 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-3 lead for the Nats, and they're trying to put maybe a few more on the board. The pitch. Wood takes a sweeper in the dirt, ball 1. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Doesn't chase at that one. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Wood up to the plate. Looks like this stadium's really filling up. No tarps off going just yet. Well, the Nationals have the lead, so 271 average, 20 home runs for him. The 1-2, swinging a sword swing that time, and Wood is down swinging. That is strikeout number 13 for Luzardo. He now has a baker's dozen struck out, 13 struck out, and that's Wood 3 times on the night. So now Don Mattingly will come out. So we really just wanted him to face James Wood to strike him out. So Don will make the call now. Bolin will come into the game. Luzardo's day is over. After a good 6 2/3 from him, he strikes out 2 in the 7th and 13 in the game. 6 2/3 worked. He gives up 6 hits, 4 runs. We don't know his run total just yet, so we can't say that just yet. He walked 3 guys and had 13 strikeouts. I mean, I feel like the strikeouts overshadowed the 3 walks. Those free passes handed out. When you strike out 13, I feel like that's a little bit better, though. Looks like in the poll, we're back at 50-50, though. Just a reminder, we will not be covering Nationals baseball tomorrow as we usually do. We're going to be going to the NFC Babe Ruth Patriot Park. We're going to be covering NFC, or just the Babe Ruth State Tournament. CMA Fox saying what's up to Chris. CMA Fox is rooting for the Phillies, I believe. He's been talking about the Phillies a lot. I mean, I'm fine with it. I like having other teams, other guys rooting for different teams. As long as they're polite about it, I'm completely fine. So Curtis Mead will come in here. He'll face Bolin coming in for the Phillies. I believe that's a righty playing now. He'll come in here in the 7th inning. Runners at second and third. Mead could use something right here. I mean, third baseman, I don't think they have a guy to pinch hit here who can play third, though, because Abrams is technically hurt for the night. So I probably wouldn't use him if I am the Nats. I don't use him. So looks like now Tarps Off is getting, or has been getting underway. It's just in a different section. Tarps Off is well underway. And a lot of guys are taking off the Nats basketball jerseys to do so. So a big Tarps Off section. So now Bolin will take over to face Curtis Mead. Jonathan Bolin, 23 games, a 2-0 record, 2 holds with a 3.52 ERA. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nationals could use literally anything right here. Just anything. Just drive in some runs here. Curtis Mead's been in some clutch situations. That's in their called strike one with a fastball. It's an 0-1 count. And he's been good lately. So 0-1 here with 2 outs. Coming set is Bolin. Here comes the 0-1 to Curtis Mead. Mead's going to take a sinker low ball 1, and that evens up the count. So it'll be a 1-1 count now. 1-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Curtis Mead, 223, average 12 home runs. Bolin sets. Here comes the pitch. Mead swinging a miss at a sinker, and it's a 1-2 count. He goes inside with that sinker, and Mead couldn't hit it. So it's a 1-2 count. We'll check on some other scores after the 7th inning. Check on the night games that are probably getting underway as well. Sun finally starting to set a little bit more here in D.C. Here's the pitch, and Mead swings and pops up this high fastball, but it will get out of play. So we'll do 1-2 again. So we have 1-2 here with 2 outs. The Nationals trying to get anything. It looks like Lovelady's up in the pen, so the Lover Boy is warming up. I mean, a lefty in the pen, and you're going to have to face Turner, Marsh, and Harper, so you got to get a lefty for them. It'd be a 1-2 here. Here's the pitch. Mead, check swing. Yes, he did, says first baseman umpire Beck, and that will end the inning. So another strikeout for this Phillies staff. That's strikeout number 14. No hits in the inning, no runs, and 2 runners left on base. That will end the inning. We're headed to the 8th. It is still the Nationals 5, the Phillies 3. So can't get anything done with runners at 2nd and 3rd, and we will head to the top of the 8th inning. I'm very polite most of the time, says CMA Fox. That's completely fine. I like hearing your debates, especially about the All-Stars. I liked hearing your side of it, what Phillies All-Stars you might see. I like hearing stuff like that. That's what I enjoy seeing. So we head to the top of the 8th inning. Turner, Marsh, and Harper. Will the Lover Boy be able to put him away, though? So Rebalta ends up working 0.2 innings. He gave up no hits, no runs. Or they might leave in Rebalta to face Turner. They might leave Rebalta in just to face Turner and then go to Lovejoy or Lovelady. There's so many names with love, like Lovejoy, Loverboy, the Lover, and then there's Lovelady, which is ours, Lovelady, Richard Lovelady. We got to ask the question, though, when are they going to bring him in? So no changes just yet, according to ESPN. Rebalta still on the mound, according to MLB at least. I haven't checked ESPN at all, but we'll head to the top of the 8th. So lower back tightness for Schwarber. So for Schwarbaum, it's lower back tightness, and for Abrams, it's a different body part of tightness. So what's up with tightness tonight? Are we all just tightening our bones tonight and expecting it not to hurt as we head to the top of the 8th? So it looks like Dusty May did an interview with Dallas. I'll have to watch that at some point. Dusty May. Who's on the clock right now? Looks like the Brooklyn Nets are on the clock, pick number 6. I wonder where Boozer went. Looks like Boozer went to the Grizzlies. Keaton Wegler went to the Clippers. Darren Peterson, wow, second overall pick. Who could the Mavericks get then? I wonder. Who could the Mavericks get? Here we go, top of the 8th inning. Rebalta will face Turner here. Here's the first pitch, and Turner takes a breaking ball. That's a slider in there called strike 1, so it's an 0-1 count. So 0-1 here in the top of the 8th. Rebalta comes set. 0-1 here to Trey Turner. Here's the pitch. That's outside with a slider, so that'll even up the count at 1-1. Top of the 8th, 222 average for Turner. His average has been falling all week. Hasn't had a hit this series just yet. Here comes the 1-1 from Rebalta. He sets. Now here comes the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul. It'll be a 1-2 count now. That's chopped down the third base line. Excuse me. So it'll be 1-2 here. Turner facing Rebalta. Rebalta sets. A strikeout here would be amazing, or just any out. Here comes the 1-2. That's way high with a slider. Didn't break on the pitch. It just stayed up high. So no break from that one. So it'll be a 2-2 count. Let's go. We just hit 480 subscribers. Raphael says, will Brandon Marsh get a homer? I don't know, but thanks. If you're subscriber number 480, thank you. We are now 20 subscribers away from 5. I don't know if Marsh could hit a bomb. Here's the 2-2 from Rebalta. Swing and a miss at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And Richard Lovelady, that's still Disney out there. Rebalta gets the K, and that's out number 1. So now Wu Butera get the call now, but Turner's average is going to fall even more. I think he's going to need the Philly captain treatment again where he gets a standing ovation. I have no idea. So now Butera will make the call, so Rebalta's day is over. He ends up working a full inning, but good work by Rebalta getting that strikeout. Richard Lovelady will now come in here in the top of the 8th inning. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he'll hit a home run. He'll come up this inning. He's going to face the Lover Boy, so it's going to be hard for him. The Lover Boy is coming into the game. So he end up working 3 batters, and he got outs out of all 3 of them. It's just no 1 inning of work, no hits, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. So a good line for Disney. Disney works a good 7th into the 8th inning. Now Lovelady will get Marsh and Harper. Last night, Richard Lovelady came in a similar situation, close game, and he needed a good arm, and that's exactly what he gave him. So he did it well last game. Your support and contributions on District Nation Network is greatly appreciated, silent listeners included. If you're not done so already, pause now and give the like button a thumbs up. Let's go. So do you Brandon Marsh here to face the Lover Boy. The Lover Boy coming in. Let's go.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
It's like Michael Brown Jr. is the net selection. I'm just kind of watching this in the background. I'd like to see who the Mavericks end up taking. Play to win the game. Yes, you do. Everyone is playing to win the game. 1 out here in the top of the 8th, and the Lover Boy will take on and face Marsh. Lovelady came in a similar situation in the top of the 8th. He had to face Turner and Schwarber. He K'd up Turner, and then he K'd up Schwarber. So Lovelady has not faced Marsh. Neither has he faced Harper. So we go in the top of the 8th. Nationals have a 2-run lead, and they call on Rich here in the top of the 8th to hold it for now. 30 games, a 2-3 record with 7 holds and a 2.76 ERA, a K percent of 18.7, and a walk percent of 14.4. So neither are too high or low. I mean, they're right there. The sinker, the sweeper, and the 4-seamers, all you're going to get from the Lover Boy as we head to the top of the 8th with a 1 out. Lovelady taking over. Lovelady comes set to face the lefty Marsh. Here's the pitch. Marsh will take a sweeper, low it out, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count, way out of the zone, or just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. Rest in peace, Bob Uecker, a great actor and broadcaster. Here comes the 1-0, and Marsh slaps this one foul, so that'll even it up on a slider, so it'll be a 1-1 count. So it looks like Marsh is wearing a mouth guard here. I didn't realize players even wore mouth guards as much in baseball. So 1-1 here. Lovelady looks for his sign. He comes set. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball. Hit well out to right center field. This one is going to be off the wall. This one will bounce off. Marsh is going to jog in a second. Wood bobbles it now. Marsh is going to head for third. The throw is going to be not even thrown. Vivas cannot throw it. The throw's a little early, so Brandon Marsh delivers. James Wood bobbles it out there in right center field. And now the tying run is up to the plate, and Brandon Marsh stands at third base. Lovelady goes to the breaking ball inside, and he can't get it there. Then it's off the wall. Are they going to give him a double or a triple? So they're going to give him a triple, as Wood kind of bobbled that one out there in right center, though. Marsh was going to stop at second, then he goes for third. That's why I'm questioning why they gave him a triple. But here we go to be Bryce Harper here. Harper swings and misses at an inside sinker, and it's an 0-1 count. Be very fun to strike out Bryce right here. But a triple now for Brandon Marsh. Coming set is Lovelady, the Lover Boy. Comes set. It'll be an 0-1 here to Harper. Here's the pitch. Slinging a fly ball left field, but foul. So it'll be 0-2 now. That one gets out of play. Cruz does not have a chance. Looks like there's a group of basketball jerseys out there. A lot of people probably got the Nats basketball jersey. It'll be 0-2 now with 1 out. 0-2 here. Coming set is Lovelady after getting his sign. He waits. Now here comes the 0-2. Swing and a sword swing on an outside sweeper at 82. Bryce goes down swinging. Lovelady gets the strikeout here. There's 2 outs and he has Alec Bohm to face. Lovelady sets down Bryce for out number 2 on a sword swing. Out number 2, Bryce Harper is down in sword fashion. I'll bring up Alec Bohm now, and Simon Matthews will come out here, talk to him before facing Bohm here. It's going to be a lefty-righty matchup. I love how the Nationals have been playing the matchup so much. They don't play really with a closer or with anything like that. They play the matchup, and I think that works very well. So we go, Simon Matthews talk to him. Lovelady will pitch here against a righty. I love that they do that too. I just like that that happens. So 2 outs here, and Lovelady will take the mound. Wow, for a 3rd day in a row, they're warming up Clayton Beeter. He pitched yesterday, had a good outing there. Got the save, and now they're looking to him again after we're looking to him. Or they looked to him on Saturday. Now Tarpsoff is Ball gets away from Ruiz. Marsh will stay there, though. That pitch is way high now. Marsh will stay at 3rd. Almost a wild pitch. So 2 outs here in a 1-0 count. Looks like Junior Caminero just hit a bomb. All right. I get the ESPN fantasy updates for players on my team when they hit a home run. So 1-0 here with 2 outs. Nationals could use any sort of out here. So 1-0 here with 2 outs. I think they're going to need some pinch hitters in the 9th inning, though. Probably get some lefties up to the plate. You got Garcia on the bench. That was the thing. It was hard not having Garcia in this game, giving him an off day, because you had Abrams out too. So 2 of your better hitters aren't playing. The 1-0. Boom, takes a sweeper outside, ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. 2-0 here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Bohm is 1 for 3 on the day. Had a single back in the 2nd. Friday night, hitting in the 4-hole, he did not have a hit, and he grounded into a double play twice, which rarely happens. It'll be a 2-0 here. Bohm takes the timeout. Now Lovelady will step back on. It'll be a 2-0. He comes set. Here's the pitch. That is inside, ball 3 with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a 3-0 count now. Man, they've got to find something here. Lovelady's got to find the zone. Or does he want to face Stott? That would make sense here. You'll want to face Bryson Stott instead of facing someone like Bohm. Maybe you're walking him on purpose. The 3-0. That is going to be in there. Called. Strike 1 with a sweeper. Or you're just going to get him out here. He's got to be an out here. Come on, Lovelady. Come on, Lovelady.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
It's going to be 3-1 here with 2 outs. Lovelady sets. Here's the pitch. In there. Called. Strike 2 with a sweeper. The count is full to 3-2. So 3-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Lovelady desperately trying to put it away here. I think Beeter didn't give any runs up yesterday. Beeter had a strong inning. All he's seen is the 4-seamer and the sweeper today. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a foul off. Oof, Ruiz couldn't hold on to it. So we'll do 3-2 again here. Come on, Nats. Let's do it. Come on, Lovelady. Lovelady could use one right here. Get some boost of energy. And you know Lovelady can boost this stadium's energy with just one pitch right here. Boom. Just gets a piece of that one. So it'll be 3-2 again. Lovelady sets the 3-2. Swinging a line drive down the left field line, but foul. So do 3-2 again. So one is foul. Bohm was just a little bit early on it. So we'll do 3-2 again here. I remember when Bohm was young, a prospect, and then he showed off. Now he's a consistent 4-hitter for this team. I've seen Brandon Marsh hit a homer. I don't even know if Marsh is going to hit again. Marsh had a triple, but he didn't have a home run. So it'll be 3-2, 2 outs. Lovelady will get a new ball here. Count is all filled at 3-2. Marsh stands at 3rd. Bohm up to the plate. Now the entire stadium seems to be standing right now. It'd be another 3-2. Lovelady comes set. It'll be 3-2 here. Here's the pitch. That's high and out, ball 4. Can't get him to chase the fastball high and out. So it'll bring up Bryson Stott with runners on the corners with 2 outs. If this were a less of a situation, I'd think they'd want Stott to steal or Bohm to steal. But Bohm isn't too fast, and they're probably going to end up going to someone else. So it looks like Lovely needed to tie his glove there. So it'll be Bryson Stott now, 238 average, 6 home runs with 36 RBIs and a 6.82 OPS. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Nationals desperately wanted to put it away here. Come on, Nats, can't play with your food. Yes. What's up, Curly W Express? Thanks for tuning in, man. Looks like a first fetch for Bruce the Bat Dog did not go well last year, and this year he actually gets his redemption. Bruce gets the bat this time. So Lovelady comes set. He'll face the lefty Stott now. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and Stott's hit by that one in the ribs. Stott has to be hurting. Lovelady drills him in the ribs, and Stott is on the ground. So now a trainer will come out here, check on Stott. So the bases are going to be loaded with 2 outs for JT Realmuto. Lovely probably wanted that one to break in, but that just drills Stott. Oof, right above the groinal area, right in the belly area. Oof. There's not too much cushioning over there either. And now a Phillies fan stood up and screamed. I mean, he throws a good sweeper. That's the thing. If he misses it, yes, it might drill you. It's okay, Phillies fans. You don't got to cry over it. Bryson Stott can do that for you, but they're standing up like he did it on purpose. He didn't do that on purpose. He throws 2 pitches, a fastball and a sweeper. Sure, if he throws an inside fastball. Now Butera is going to go to the pen here. So Lovelady's day is over. He'll have the bases loaded left for Beater. We're going to have our 3rd pitcher of the inning now. Clayton Beater is going to come out of the pen for the Nationals here in the top of the 8th. So Butera is going to come give him a pat on the back and take him out of the game. I like that Butera does that. Davey never really did that. Butera always pats him on the butt when they're done, no matter how they did. I think Miles Michaelis got that when he gave up 11 runs and had that triple-double one game. He still does that, no matter how bad they do. Looks like, I can check on the Mavs pick now. All right. But now Clayton Beater will come in here with the bases loaded to face JT Realmuto here in the top of the 8th inning. It's been a long inning now for the Phillies. Lovelady ends up working a third of an inning. He can only work a third of an inning. He gives up 1 hit, 1 walk, but he gave up 2 free passes and a strikeout. We don't know his run total just yet. We just gained another subscriber. Thank you so much to that new subscriber, and thanks to Curly W Express for tuning in. Looks like the Mavs, did they trade their pick down, or were they always 9? Well, they're next, it looks like. Well, the Mavs will go up there in a minute, but I will probably leave that up on my phone at that point. So Hawks traded up to 8, it looks like, but the Mavs still find themselves at 9. I mean, Caleb Wilson was picked. I kind of wanted him a little bit, but now just get the best available. I mean, it's a new GM for this team, too. All my teams are getting new GMs and stinking, besides the Commanders. The Commanders were meh. I mean, 5-12, so I think they could be good this year. Here we go. Bottom of the 8th inning is coming up. We're still here in the top of the 8th. CMA Fox says boo. So Clayton Beater now comes into the game for the... I wrote Realmuto in. So I was thinking about Realmuto. I wrote it in for the pitcher as Realmuto. But Realmuto will hit against Beater, who's taken over. This is his 23rd game this season. He's called upon 2 days in a row now. But Beater will take over here. This is going to be the 6th pitcher of the day for the Nationals. Coming sets Beater. He'll face JT with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Realmuto takes a slider, low ball 1. It'll be a 1-0 count. Nationals hold a slim 2-run lead here in their hometown of D.C. Realmuto up to the plate here, 201 average with 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Beater sets. Here comes the 1-0 here to Realmuto. Just low ball 2 with a fastball to 2-0 count. So 2-0 here in the top of the 8th. You know, I would say these things about opposing fans coming to different stadiums, but I am going to an O's game this Saturday between the Orioles and the Nationals. I will be decking out in Nationals gear, so I have to say a little bit less. It'll be a 2-0 to Realmuto. Realmuto takes a fastball in there called strike 1. Last night, Beater let the first guy he faced on base, and then on Saturday, I think he came out for the 9th in the Yep, and he let the first guy on base as well. So can't do that here. The 2-1 to Realmuto. Realmuto takes a slider in the dirt. They'll appeal on a swing. No. So it's a 3-1 count. So He's got to throw something in the zone right here. That's the most important part. You got to throw something in the zone here. 3-1, 2 outs. Beater looks for his sign. He's got it. It'll be a 3-1 now. Realmuto has gnats in his area. Not gnats, N-A-T-S. Gnats, woo. But G-N-A-T-S were in his face. Gnats were in his face. Bugging him. Literally no pun intended. But they were bugging him. Here comes the 3-1 from Beater. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Right field. Under it is Wood. He's ranging over. James Wood into foul ground. James Wood can't make the catch. It just goes out of play. Wood almost reached over the little wall area and almost made a catch in the stands, but he can't make the catch. So it'll be 3-2, 2 outs once again. Wood ranged over, reached his glove over the ledge, and just barely misses it. So that ball gets out of play, so it'll be 3-2 again. Beater, kind of reacted with a gesture of hitting his head, but 3-2, 2 outs. The lights are flashing. It's a 3-2, 2 out situation. Runners will be on the move. Beater facing Realmuto. 3-2, 2 outs. Beater looking for his sign. He comes set. The entire National Stadium is standing. Go on and join him. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a line drive. Right field. Wood raging over. Diving catch by Wood, and he misses it. Did he have it? Wood doesn't have it. That's going to score some runs. Wood fires it in. They're firing it towards home, and now the Phillies will have the lead. Stott will score, and now it's a 6-5 game. You got to appeal that he caught that, though, because he cradled it, but now it's a 6-5 game. The Phillies take the lead here in the top of the 8th. Wow, so Beater threw it in the zone. Realmuto threw it. Wood got there, and he just barely missed it. Nunez was already celebrating. Then Wood bobbles around with it, and it scored 3 runs. It's now a 6-5 game. Wood had it initially, then it pops out of his glove, and then he can't have it anymore. So Beater thought he had it at first, and he doesn't have it. It's now a 6-5 game. Now here's the pitch to Soser. That's Rincones Jr., and that's ball 1. Almost a web gem, too. That was an amazing play, and they can't catch it. Come on, Nationals, says Tread. They couldn't get it. Almost an amazing play, though. Oh, no. Yep. Are you kidding me? Unbreakable, unthinkable. The pitch to Rincones, and he fouls this one off. It's an 0-2 count. I don't even know. So it'll be 0-2 here with 2 outs. I think this Nationals team will fight back, though. So it'll be 0-2 here with 2 outs. Beater sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. First baseman Chaparro backs up on it. He'll flip it up to Beater covering in time for out number 3, and that will end the inning. So there you go. Rincones Jr. grounds out, but JT Realmuto delivers. That wasn't even a hit. Realmuto can't celebrate. That was not a hit, though. That was not a hit, per se. That was an... I don't even know if they're going to give him an error. Are they going to give him a double on that? Are they going to give him the 3 RBIs? Yep. Does he get 3 RBIs for almost a web gem, too? So, man, almost a web gem. Does he get 3 RBIs? Realmuto does get 3 RBIs on the double. So it's now a 6-5 game. This team is the luckiest team ever that he didn't make that play. So Bohm scores, Stott scores, and Marsh scores. It's now a 6-5 game. Realmuto stops at second, though. 3 runs in the inning. 3 runs on, let's see how many hits. Let's go. It was 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. So who gets the runs? So the 3 runs are credited to Lovelady because he was the one who let him on, and Beater's credited with nothing. So, I don't think we are. If he doesn't turn the glove over, the ball probably stays in. I mean, we don't want to get really mixed up in that. You do not want to get mixed up in that. That's the thing. I think he almost made the play. Almost an amazing play. Now you're going to have Chaparro, Cruz, and Vivas. Just hope that they swing. So a 3-run double for JT Realmuto on a fly out to Wood. Almost a great play by Wood, but now it's a 6-5 game. So close. Well, welcome to being a Nats fan with the bullpen. Let's go. We're at 483 subscribers. So here we go. Bottom of the 8th, it'll be Chaparro, Cruz, and Vivas here in the bottom of the 8th. Now the Nationals bullpen's deflated a little bit. Almost a web gem, though. Almost. Almost, that would have been a play of the year. A game-saving play, and Wood just can't make the play. Almost a play, too. That almost makes it. He did turn the glove over a little, but it kind of popped out. I think it was just. I would challenge on the transfer, somehow on the transfer. So here we go. Now Kierkering will come into the game here after Bolin works the third of it. It'll be Kierkering, and Louie will pinch hit. Louie takes a sweeper low ball one. So Louie will pinch hit here to face Orion Kierkering, or Kierkering, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 8th. Here comes the 1-0 to Garcia. Garcia takes a sweeper in there, called strike one. Got to fill these guys all into the scorebook here. After Bolin ends up getting one strikeout, everything else is zeros for him. Here comes the 1-1. Garcia takes a sweeper outside. 44 subs. Let's go. Yo, what about Bryce Harper? Let me see. Bryce Harper is 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. Here comes the 1-2. That's down low, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count. Kierkering. Thank you, Kierkering. Well, that was certainly an inning. Oh, yes, it was certainly an inning. I stepped away from what happened. Yep, that happens. Here comes the 3-1 to Louie. Louie takes upstairs, ball 4. So Luis Garcia Jr. will have a nice walk there. So Louie gets it started. That'll bring up Dylan Cruz here. I mean, if they're going to get it, why don't we get it right back right here? We got a runner on first. Game tying run is at first, everybody. This game is not over. This game is not over with Dylan Cruz up to the plate as well. DC3 coming up, 221 average. He's getting that up, 5 home runs. I mean, this game is anything but over after Louie draws that walk. Here's the pitch. Cruz takes inside, ball 1. Did that get him? Yes, it did. Dylan Cruz takes a hit by pitch. So there you go. Cruz takes a hit by pitch. And now there's runners at first and second for Jorbit Vivas here with no outs. Yeah, walk it out, bro. Yeah. So Cruz takes it there. Let's go. You think Bryce Harper will lock it? I hope he doesn't, because I'm a Nats fan. So here we go. Now we're going to get a mound visit here. How much longer is the game? They got a bottom of the 8th, and they got a 9th inning. Can we still win? Oh, yes, we can. So pitching mound visit here. Kierkering struggling here in the 8th. So Kierkering comes into the game after Bolin works only a third of an inning. Garcia stands at second. Now Cruz is on first. Yeah, I mean, so it was really Mr. C. I'll give you a quick recap here. You get a double, a triple from Marsh, and then Bohm draws a walk. Realmuto Stock gets hit by a pitch, and then Realmuto has a 3-run double on a pitch that James Wood just narrowly missed. So that's a quick recap. James Wood almost made a diving catch. It's not to be Jorbit Vivas here to face Kierkering, a lefty-righty matchup. We can still win. Go Nats. Yes, we can still win, Mr. C. We can still win this. Yes, Nationals. Kierkering sets. It'll be Jorbit Vivas here. Here's the pitch. Vivas going to show bunt, and he fouls it off into no 1 count. How much minutes do you think left? I have no idea, Caden. I have no idea. Maybe 40, 50 minutes? I have no idea. Yeah, it's looking good now. If we can get solid 3 hit, we're good, yeah. So to be 0-1 here. So looks like first and third are in after Vivas shows bunt here. But runners on first and second. Really surprise him here. Let's steal a base. Kierkering Y. So we 0-1 here to Vivas. Be nice if Vivas could have one here. Vivas with a drive! Deep center! Going back to the center fielder Crawford at the track, at the wall, and that one is gone! Watch it fly, Jorbit Vivas. The Nationals have the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 410 dead center, 103.5 off the bat, and the Nationals take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The light show is here, and the Vivas show is here. He had 1 home run all season, and he has another one in the most clutch situation a man can hit a home run. The Nationals retake the lead. The Phillies put up 3. The Nationals put up 3, and they take the lead right back here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jorbit Vivas, now to be Young, and he takes it in there, called strike 1, but Jorbit Vivas to dead center off of Orion Kierkering, who is probably an all-star setup man. We got to play the sound effects in between each pitch here, but here comes the 0-1. Now Young swings and fouls this one off. It'll be 0-2. Three-run home run for Jorbit Vivas to dead center. Here comes the 0-2, and Young takes inside ball 1, but Vivas with a 3-run bomb. Thanks to the recap. Usually it's Alvarado, then Duran. Vivas! Yes, oh man, brother. Yes, a 3-run bomb, and Young swinging a miss. So down on the sweeper, Kierkering puts him away. So strikeout number 1 for Kierkering. 3-run bomb for Jorbit Vivas, the most unlikely source of power, gets the power going. Shoot, yes. The Nationals get 3 more on the board with a Jorbit Vivas tank out to center. Kierkering set to be Nunez now. Here's the pitch. That's high ball 1. This is similar to that game in April when they were down 3, and James Wood had the 3-run bomb, and then House has a bomb, and then Abrams has a bomb. But here, you get Jorbit Vivas. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. So I'm going to say it one more time. You got to say his name dramatically every time you say it. Vivas. Every time you say his name, you got to say it dramatically. He has earned that right. He doesn't have a nickname. Doesn't have anything cool. You have to say his name dramatically. Here comes the 1-1. Nunez takes a fastball in there at 99, and it's a 1-2 count. Jorbit Vivas with a 3-run tank to dead center. So I'd like to point one thing out here, the 1-2, and Vivas swing, or that's Nunez swinging a miss. Vivas doesn't swing and miss. Vivas hits tanks, but that's 2 strikeouts in a row for Kierkering. So now you got, yes, the bull is warming up. Brad Lord is now warming up in the bullpen. Yes, the bull is going to put this one away. The bull is going to be tasked to put this one away, everybody. So the camera just went out, but now we're back. Now to be Tenna here with 2 outs. The pitch. Tenna takes a sweeper in there, called strike 1. I want to point this out for a second. I'm not saying anything, just going to point that out. But 2 outs here, an 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch to Tenna. Pitch is low, ball 1. 3-run bomb. Fasten free subs and hit the like button. Like baseball action live streaming now on District Nation Network, on D Nation Network. Let's go. We just gained another subscriber up to 485. Kierkering sets. Here comes the 1-1 at Tenna. Tenna swings and fouls this one off, and it's a 1-2 count. The bull is going to be tasked to put this one away in the 9th inning. I love that we're going to the bull. The bull is our best reliever. Brad Lord is coming in the game. Great game in progress on District Nation Network. This stinks. The 1-2. Swinging a line drive left field. That's down the line. That's going to be a base hit into the corner. Marsh going to chase after this. Tenna will have 2 on this one. Marsh will fire it in. Jose Tenna keeps it going with a double here in the bottom of the 8th. And I'll bring up K-Barrett Ruiz from his dominant side, the left side. So the Nationals put up 3. Now they're threatening to put another one up here on Kierkering. When will it be Bryce Harper turn? It will be Sosa, Crawford, and Turner. So they're going to have to get some runs and some hitters on base to get Harper back up to the plate. Kierkering blows it. Now he'll face Ruiz. He blew the hold opportunity. The Nationals put up 2 on him. Here comes the pitch. Ruiz fouls this one off, and it's no 1 count. But we're going to get the bull coming in the game. Yes, the bull into the game. Brad Lord. Let's go. Bull is coming in.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
Kierkering sets. It'll be an 0-1 here to Ruiz. Here comes the pitch. And Ruiz lifts this one out to right, but there is the right fielder, Rinconis Jr., and that's out number 3. So everybody, I would like you, because Duran, they put in the spiders, I want you to put one thing. If there's a bull emoji, put the bull emoji in the chat. I'm going to see if I can find one so you guys can just copy and paste it. But if there's a bull, There's no bull. Okay, but just put the bull in the chat because the bull is coming into the game. The bull is going to take over for the Nationals. So we go to the top of the ninth. Top of the ninth inning, and the bull is going to come into the game. The bull is going to take over. Yes, Chris found a bull emoji. The bull is coming into the game. Everyone follow Chris and throw the bull emoji in the chat.
Oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
Watch it fly, Jorbit Vivas, though. If I didn't say it before, I'm going to say it now. Jorbit Vivas, watch it fly, my man. Jorbit Vivas gets it done. Only a third of an inning worked for Beater. He gives up one hit, but it's a lot more meaningful than you think. He doesn't get any walks, any strikeouts, but he gives up that one hit. Brad Lord's going to come in for the ninth, everybody. The bull is going to take over for the Nationals. The big man, the Lord, the bull is going to take over for the Nationals. Hopefully they put him in, please. I don't care what it takes. If I need to pay Butera to put him in, I will pay Blake Butera. Put the bull into the game. Please. You were warming him up, just put him in the game. So Louis stays in the game as the first baseman here, but there is no change. It doesn't seem to think that Lord's in the game yet. That is very bad. Put Lord in the game. Put the bull in. The bull is the best pitcher on this team. No, they're sticking with Beater. Please don't stick with Beater. Yes, Lord's coming into the game. Chris found a bull. Yes, Lord is coming into the game. Oh, Lord, here he comes. Brad Lord, the bull, is taking over. He'll face Sosa, Crawford, and Turner here in the top of the ninth inning and try to put this one away. He'll start with Edmundo Sosa. Brad Lord, 23 games, a 5-0 record. He's 1-for-1 on saves with a 2.29 ERA. The bull into the line. The pitch to Sosa. That is in there. Called. Strike one. The thing about it is this guy's just a bull right here. Brad Lord. This guy is the bull. If you ever meet Brad Lord, you didn't choose to meet him. You were put in his presence because he's such a good pitcher. Here comes the 0-1 here from Lord. Swinging a line drive, fouled on the first base line. It'll be an 0-2 count. The bull taking over now. Be a 1-2 or an 0-2 here. Garcia Jr. is now at first in this game. So we 0-2 here. Here, Brad Lord will step off now, or there's a timeout. So we do 0-2. Thanks to everyone who stopped by for today's game, and you get to watch the bull. A great experience is watching the bull pitch in a game. So we 0-2 here. Here's the pitch. Swing! And a miss at a sweeper. Now it's drop third strike. Ruiz will throw it down to first in time for the out. Brad Lord with a strikeout to get his outing going. The bull is going right to work here in the top of the ninth inning. That is the bull. You are in the presence of a bull. You know about these players, Mason Miller, Johan Duran, they got nothing on the bull. They are scared of the bull. Blake Butera is scared of bringing the bull into the game because he does too well as Lord. We'll go into the wind here. First pitch to Crawford, and this is going to be in there. Called. Strike one with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Maybe Miller has the slider. Maybe Duran has a good fastball. Maybe these closers are good. No one has the bull, though. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside, and it'll be a 1-1 count. So 1-1 here with one out in the top of the ninth. Here comes the 1-1, and that is going to be outside ball two. Yeah, Curly W, we call him the Bull now because he went to, I think it was South Florida. He went to UCF or USF, and they're the Bulls, so we call him the Bull. He is the Bull of our pen. Here comes the 2-1, and he's the long man as well. The 2-1. Called! Strike two with a fastball. Crawford wants to challenge it. So we'll get an ABS right here, but I think that one was touching just enough. So we'll check the ABS here. And it is a strike. There you go. The Phillies are going to lose their challenge. It'll be 2-2 now. 2-2 with one out. Lord into the wind. Here comes the 2-2 to Crawford. just inside ball 3. It's a 3-2 count. The Bull now is a 3-2 count on Crawford. Crawford's 1 for 3 on the day. The Lord in a save situation. The Bull now timeout called here. Called by Crawford, the hitter. This would be 3-2 here. That was confirmed, so the Phillies are down to 1 challenge now. Lord into the wind. The 3-2. Swinging a ground ball down the third base line, but foul, so do 3-2 again. Ball girl will go grab that one. So do 3-2 again. I like Ruiz when he was not the Phillies. Yeah, he does well against the Phillies. Ruiz likes to rake. But the Bull is coming into the game. Well, we have a bull emoji now. Is that an image? Well, that's an image. Here comes the 3-2. Called strike 3 on the low and inside corner. 2 strikeouts for the Bull. He has struck out the first 2 he sees tonight, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Put the Bulls in the chat, everybody. 2 strikeouts for the Bull. The Bull strikes out 2. But you know I love the Lord. Yep, you gotta love the Lord on the Phillies. Here's the pitch to Turner, and that's gonna be low ball 1. Ruiz wants a challenge here. So it's a 1-0 here, but Ruiz is going to challenge it. Looked like that one was touching. Here is the ABS. It's a strike! Don't you know? All of Brad Lord's pitches are somewhere near the zone. Woo the Bull, yes. Put the Bulls in the chat, everybody. The Bull is going to work. Lord into the wind. The 0-1, that's outside ball 1, yes. Put the Bulls in the chat. Bull emojis in the chat. Brad Lord's into the game. The Bull, yes. It'll be 1-1 here with 2 outs. Charles throwing some Bulls in the chat. Lord into the wind. Here comes the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball, foul, and we 1-2 now. And now the Phillies are down to their last strike. 1-2 with 2 outs. The Tarps Off gang really worked then. They got the 3-run home run from Jorbit Vivas in the 9th. 1-2, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. Low and out, ball 2 with the sweeper. He went to the chase sweeper that time, and Lord doesn't complete it. So it'll be 2-2 with 2 outs. The Bull going onto the mound. The Bull that everyone fears. Here comes the 2-2 from Lord. The pitch. Swinging a line drive, left center field. That's going to plug the gap. Young will go over and grab it, and he fires it back in. So Trey Turner finally has a base hit this series. So the final out will be Brandon Marsh here. They're going to try to get Brandon Marsh out for the final out. Great work, Mr. D Nation CEO host. Thank you, Charles. Now to be Brandon Marsh here. So Lord will work out of the set position now. He got the first 2 on the strikeout, and now he has to face Brandon Marsh after giving up a knock to Trey Turner, who finally gets a base hit. Hard for someone who drafted Turner on his fantasy team late rounds anytime. So 2 outs here, and Lord will go to work. Lord sets. First pitch to Marsh. Swing and a miss at a low and inside sweeper, and it's an 0-1 count. Turner moves up to second. Looks like there's just going to be a free bag for him, so it'll be 0-1 here with 2 outs. They didn't really care, but I think they're still going to give him a stolen base. Oh, they're going to give him a DI. Here comes the 0-1. Here comes the pitch from Lord. Swinging a fly ball. Hit well to right. Going back is Wood, and this game is tied. Brandon Marsh has tied it. So Brad Lord, the Bull, gives up a home run. Brandon Marsh has his 2nd home run of the series. Marsh ties this one up. It's now 8-8. So Lord can't put it away. The Bull just can't do it. So Brandon Marsh goes yard here with 2 outs left in the 9th. They were down to 2 strikes left, and Marsh goes yard. So now that'll bring up Big Bryce here with 2 outs. The Bull's going to have to work hard. You do a good job, but for the wrong team. Are you kidding me? Yep. Marsh goes yard. So here we go. 2 outs here. Lord will go into the line. Now first pitch to Harper. Swinging a foul off, and it's 0-1. So the Lord can't put it away. This guy got his Marsh homer he needed. Oh, yeah, that guy got his Marsh homer. I forgot about that. Well, Lord, the Bulls just can't put it away, but still keep putting the Bulls in the chat. He can still put it away here. Lord just has to get it. And then Harper rips this one to right field. That's a base hit. So Wood is going to field this one. So now 3 hits in a row for these boys. Lord's going to have to figure it out now. So this is the first time I think Lord has taken a win and made it a tie in a while. Every time, I think they said he's 16-7 when Lord pitches in the game. So now Simon Matthews will come pay a visit to the bowl. I mean, everyone has bad games sometimes, but it's okay. That's my opinion on it, though. That's just my opinion. So here we go. So 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. You can't put it away just yet, and that'll bring up a pinch hitter here. Looks like they're going to pinch hit Derek Hill. They're going to pinch hit Derek Hill for Alec Boehm. I hate this pen. Way to go, Marshy, baby. This is some bull. Hey, it's okay. It is okay. It's okay. Lord will figure it out. That is my opinion. That Lord will figure it out. Coming set is Lord. Here's the first pitch to Derek Hill, hitting for Boehm. That's going to be a called strike, top part of the zone. It's no 1 count. Hill, the first pinch hitter for the night. He's pinch hitting for Alec Boehm. He had a knock, but I guess they don't want him facing Brad Lord. Everyone's afraid of the bull these days. Coming set is the bull. Here it comes. Now he's going to step off here. Take some time. The bull just can't put it away. Yep. But Lord will figure it out. Lord is our best arm. It's okay. Here comes the 0-1 to Hill. That's high ball 1. That'll even up the count. Wood will be leading off the bottom of the ninth. Just so you know, Wood's going to lead off. Then it's going to be Meade and then Garcia Jr. Those are 3 guys you want. And it looks like Duran is the one warming up. So you 1-1 here. Lord looks for his sign. He comes set. Here's the pitch. And that's high ball 2. It'll be a 2-1 count. So 2-1 here with 2 outs in the top of the ninth. Come on, boys. You got to put it away somehow. So now, coming sets Lord. Here's the 2-1 to Hill, and that's popped up foul. It'll be a 2-2 count now. Come on, boys. Put it away. Curtis Meade walk-off incoming. Yeah, Curtis Meade walk-off incoming. Or Wood. I'd like Wood to get one right here. It's going to be Duran to come into the ninth, so it's going to be tough for the Phillies. But Hill here will hit with a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Lord sets. Here comes the 2-2. Swinging a bloop out to center field, coming left center field. Cruz will come in. He makes the play. Slipping is now Harper. The throw in a second is not in time, though. Harper slipped around second. So now there's runners on first and second here with 2 outs. So now that's a pinch hit single there for Derek Hill. So they had him in for a reason. That's 4 consecutive hits given up by the Bull. So there's runners at first and second now. What's up, Liam? So runners at first and second now. Looks like the Phillies are winning in the poll as well. So a little bloop hit by Hill. Harper was rounding second hard, and he actually slipped. And Cruz threw it back in quickly. Now the pitch to Stott, and he swings and belts this one down the right field line, and that one is gone. Bryson Stott leaves the yard. It's now an 11-8 game. So Bryson Stott gives the Phillies the lead. 5 runs given up by Lord, who has basically still has his nickname, but there you go. A 3-run bomb for Bryson Stott. You know, this doesn't even make me angry that much. This just makes me laugh, to be honest. It just makes me laugh because we are playing a team that is significantly better than us. They have spent millions of dollars more. Millions more. And we took a guy who was making the league minimum and hit a 3-run home run. Now the pitch to Rio Muto, and that's high ball 1. Jorbit Vivas is making the league minimum on a minor league contract, and he hit a home run off of an all-star, showing you literally anything can happen in baseball. But now Bryson Stott goes yard, so it's now an 11-8 game. The pitch is outside. It'll be a 1-0 count. And honestly, don't hate on this team, because I know a lot of people are immediately going to start hating, saying, oh, we did terrible. This is terrible. This is okay. I mean, it's okay. Here comes the 1-0, and that's going to be outside ball 2. This is okay. It's not like we expected a World Series team this year. We were told this was going to be a terrible team this year. We are currently 3 games over 5. Here comes the 3-0 to Real Muto. That's going to be in there called strike 1. Pull the bull from Michaelis. I mean, well, now we have no arms left. I mean, Varland's the only one in the pen, and he's not available. He pitched 2 innings on Sunday. Here's the 3-1. That's outside, ball 4, so Realmuto draws a walk. That's the thing. I'm not too upset because we scored 8 runs. We're still the highest scoring offense in the league. I'm completely fine with it. So now Butero will make the call. What's going to happen now? We're out of pitchers. Who are we going to go to now? Oh boy. Paxton Schultz coming in. Oh, boy. So Schultz is going to come into the game now after Lord just has disappointing outing. The Bull can't get it done. So Lord ends up working 0.2 innings. He gets the first 2 outs on 2 strikeouts, and it just goes downhill from there. He gives up 5 hits in a row and then walks a man. So I have Schultz penciled in. This is our 8th pitcher of the day. 72 viewers. Congrats, District. Thank you. Wait, now we are cooked. Well, I don't know. It's still... Can I remind you guys of one game? I'd like to remind you of a game. Let's take a walk down history a little bit. I want to take you to a specific day. If you have a scorebook in front of you, if you have MLB in front of you, I'd like you to go to a page. I would like you to go to April 6th, 2026. And thank you, Mr. C, for tuning in. Yeah, thank you, Mr. C, so much for tuning in on the plane, or Mrs. C, both of you. Call it Miguel C, man. Maybe we can get a win tomorrow. Yeah, I think we could get a win tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, Mr. C, for tuning in. Yes, Stoddy. So I want to take you back to April 6th, 2026. Can Nationals take the... I want to answer that. Down memory lane for a second. Down 3 in the 8th inning. Millis has a single. Vivas has a single. James Wood up. 3-run tank. Then Meade has a double. Brady House, 2-run tank. Then Lyle strikes out. CJ Abrams bomb. Is that enough information? We were down 3. We ended up winning that game 9-6. Anything can happen. Anything. Or let's go back another age. So now let's go back to another one. 2019. We are down 7, and we put up 8 runs. And if you remember, Kurt Suzuki, walk-off home run. Now Paxton Schultz will take over here, but anything can happen. I know everyone's going to torch people for this, but anything can happen in this day and age in baseball. Here's first pitch from Schultz, and that's going to be outside. Ooh, called strike 1. But now Rinconis Jr. is going to challenge. Down memory lane. We don't have Glorious King Brady House anymore, however. Yep. Well, I mean, Abrams is having tightness too, but I mean, Wood was the one who did it, and Wood's going to lead off. 3-run deficit is not that much. 2023, we were losing to the Athletics by 7 runs. They brought in their closer. We got to him, and that one is overturned. It's a 1-0 count now. Here comes the 1-0 to Rinconis Jr. That's in there called strike 1, so it'll be a 1-1 count. Anything's possible. Exactly. I can't even tell what emoji that is. I cannot even tell. I can't even tell, Vikings fan. Here comes the 1-1. That is swung on, grounded into left field. That's a base hit. So Dylan Cruz will go grab that. Realmuto moves up to second. So now they bat around. That'll bring up Sosa again. That's the 10th hitter of the inning. So they're going to bat around here. If my mental health wasn't low enough already, they're going to bat around. But I think this game shouldn't ruin us. We can't think of it. Yeah, it's over, brothers. No way. Do I need to present more games of big comeback? Dude, are you just Googling biggest Nationals comebacks of all time? Nope. That was straight from my mind. I remember that from my mind. 7-run comeback, 2019. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be swung on and popped up. And that one is foul to no one tell. I remember those from mine. 2023, we came back, we were down 7. 2019, we came back, we were down 7. 2026, April 6, 2026, right here in my scorebook. Look at last inning. They took the lead by 2, and we hit a 3-run home run. So anything can happen here as Schultz comes set. Comes the 0-1 to Sosa, and that's high ball 1. And you're going to say, oh, Duran's coming in the game. We face Kierkering, who's considered just as good as Durant, and we're okay. So we're still getting emojis here. Once again, I can't even tell what that is. The game is not over until the final out is recorded. 1-1 with one out here. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be swung on. Hit out to center. Going back is Young on the track, and that one's off the wall, and Young can't field it well. Realmuto's going to score. That's going to score another run. It's now going to be a 13-8 game, so 2 runs are going to score. Rincones Jr. scores from first on the play on the Mendo Sosa double. So a 2-run double here. It's now a 13-8 game. So another run and a 2-run double. If the Nationals win this, I'm going to trip out. I want to remind you of something Dave Jageler and Charlie Slow said on the radio. If you walked out of this ballpark when the Mets scored 6 in the top of the 9th inning, you blew it. Just going to say that. If any true Nats fans are in here, the pitch. And this one is fouled off by Crawford. Just remember that game. See 0-1 here with 2 outs. Justin Crawford, 243 average, 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Coming set is Schultz. Here comes the 0-1. Crawford takes a cutter in there, called strike 2. It's an 0-2 count. Do you have gifting turned off? You don't get that till 500. That's why I'm trying to get to 500. This would be 0-2 here with 2 outs. Schultz sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul, and would 0-2 again. So the bull can't put this one away. Now I can say that it wasn't just a bull problem because Paxton Schultz just gave up some runs. So this was not just a Brad Lord thing. 7 runs. It is not over just yet. It is not over till the fat lady sings. We 0-2 here with 2 outs. Coming set is Schultz. The 0-2. High and in ball 1 with a fastball at 94, and it'll be a 1-2 count. So it'll be a 1-2 with 2 outs. Coming set is Schultz. Now he steps off here. I love Sosa. So 1-2 here with 2 outs. I mean, that's okay. I mean, Sosa had that double, so. So we go 1-2 with 2 outs. So I still think it's not over here. As Schultz having some time here. I still think it's not over just yet. I think anything can happen. That is my belief in baseball. Here comes the 1-2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that's down low, ball 2. So it'll be 2-2 here with 2 outs. Looks like Johan Duran and Chase Shugart are warming up now. Here comes the 2-2. That's in the dirt. Ball 3 gets away from Ruiz, but runner's going to stay at second here. So it'll be 3-2 here with 2 outs. So it'll be 3-2 here with 2 outs. Coming set is Schultz. Here comes the pitch to Crawford. That's high, ball 4, so he still can't get the out here. So now we're going to see the 12th batter of the inning. Wow. 12 batters in the inning. So 2 outs here with runners at first and second. That'll bring up Trey Turner now. So the rally's over now because Trey Turner's up to the plate as well. He got his average up to 240, 224 after getting that knock, so he got a hit. More emojis. Here comes the pitch to Turner, and he takes it in there. Called strike 1 in the outside corner. So on count. Curly W Express saying, ugh, yep. Well, I do want to remind you, it's not all the Bulls' fault, so I'll still throw those in the chat. For support of myself, I'm still going to throw those in the chat. Here comes the 0-1 to Turner. Swing and a miss and a cutter, and it's an 0-2 count. 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. It's now a 13-8 game. There's still hope. I still believe that the game is not over till the final out. That is my opinion, though. Here comes the 0-2 with 2 outs. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a bloop out to right field. That's going to be another base hit. Wood will chase after he makes the play this time. Rounding third, headed to score is Sosa. Moving up to third on the play is Crawford. So Turner has a 2-hit game now. That's the 12th hitter of the inning. And now, yet another run for the Phillies. It's now a 14-8 game. So 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Runners. So Sosa scores and an RBI single for Trey. I mean, he's on my fantasy team, so can't complain with that when it's this score. Well, it's not that bad. I mean, it wasn't all him. I mean, Schultz has given up just as many runs. So also, Brandon Marsh is now a triple away from the cycle. So that happened. 14-8 now. Really high-scoring game here. Shootout here. And we had, I mean, I thought it'd be Littell giving up all the runs. And this one is swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. Unbelievable, unthinkable performance. It'd be 0-1 here with 2 outs. So 0-1 here with 2 outs. Schultz looking for his sign. Corrupt Fantasy Commission. Well, I don't even care about many leagues anymore. I have 2 that I care about. I don't care about the ones from my District Nation leagues. Here comes the 0-1. Marsh swings and fouls this one off on a changeup, and it's an 0-2 count. So 0-2, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Your attitude will determine your altitude. Schultz at 18 pitches here. Marsh is 3 for 5. Schultz really just use anything. I need the Nats putting up 20 runs tomorrow. Yeah, that'd be fun. Put up 20 runs. I think I know we're dodging Wheeler, so I have no idea who we're facing, though. I think we are facing Sanchez on Wednesday. The 0-2 is inside, ball 1. It's a 1-2 count. 13 batters have come to the plate in this inning. Kind of happy that I don't have the ESPN thing showing. But here we go. I'll reload it just for kicks so you guys can see the score. So Schultz shaking off here. I don't know why he's shaking off. Just get the final out, and then we can head to the bottom of the 9th and start this comeback. Schultz sets the 1-2. That's in the dirt, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count now. So the Bull couldn't put this away, but it's not like Schultz is doing much better. So that's the one thing I want to say is that it is not like Schultz is doing better. And they have 50 pitches this inning, but all the pitchers did it. I mean, Lovelady gave up 3 runs. Littell gave up 2 over 4. It's not like Lord was the one guy. Because I know a lot of people are going to not like Lord much after this game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss at a cutter at 89 miles an hour, and that will end the inning. Schultz finally puts him away, and we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. So a 7 spot here in the top of the 9th. So they get 3 in the 8th, and then the Nationals respond with a 3 inning of their own, but now 7 for the Phillies, so the Nationals are going to respond with 8. Yeah, Schultz is meh. I don't really like Schultz, but here we go. To the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the top of the order for the Nationals to try to get this comeback going. All they need is 6 runs to tie, 7 runs to win. Anything is possible. All right, let's get this rally going, everybody.
Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go.
The Nats could use District Nation's brother out of the pen. That would help. I think he could pitch for them. He would do much better. I think he'd dot him in there. I think that'd be a good addition. You still have hope, forget about it. I still have all the hope in the world. I still have so much hope. I still believe they're going to win this. I believe they're going to win it. I have hope. I have a lot of hope. I do not feel like this right now. I feel more like this.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo! Yeah.
So head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Nationals need 6 to tie. They need just a few more to win. Let's see if they can get it going. James Wood will lead it off. This is not a Duran situation anymore. There's no way they need him anymore. There's no way they're going to even put him in. So we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be Wood, Meade, and Garcia Jr. for the Nationals in the bottom of the 9th. Let's get the comeback going here, everybody. Let's do it. I love the Lord. Well, you're saying it for the wrong reasons, but I like him because he's a good pitcher. You guys are all going to talk about this outing. Let's go back to another outing. Brad Lord. 3 innings, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts. So now it looks like Derek Hill's in right field for Rinconis Jr., and on the mound is Chase Shugart. He's going to take over here in the bottom of the 9th, but Hill is now in right. I'm just going to say that. Is that There are better outings. You have good outings and bad outings. That's called baseball. It's called being human. So now Shugart will take over. But there's also something called comebacks. Shugart comes set. He'll face Wood here. First pitch to Wood. Wood swings and grounds this one to the third baseman. He fields cleanly. He fires to first in time, and that'll be out number 1. So Shugart gets the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Curtis Mead here. I think that's a new third baseman. But here we go, 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. I'll get the name in a second. Curtis Mead will come to the plate now. I mean, I like the Lord because he has good outings. Brad Lord, the Bulls had good outings. And there's also something called bad outings. And then there's the Nationals bullpen. It's coming set as Shugart. First pitch to Curtis Mead is high ball 1. Ooh, called strike 1. It's an 0-1 count. That one's in the zone, so it'll be an 0-1 count. I think this pitching just couldn't hold on to it. They give up 8 runs. Here comes the 0-1 that's outside, but they give up 8 runs in the inning. So let's see if this offense can back them up a little bit. Turner got 2 hits, though, surprisingly. Here comes the 1-1 from Shugart. Swing and a miss, and a sinker, and it's a 1-2 count. It is because Bohm was subbed. Okay. Oh, yeah, it was Hill is in right now, so someone had to move to third. Okay. Here comes the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. So that'll end the inning. That's out number 2. Just remember, no spoilers in the chat. Let me make the call before you throw anything in there. Just let me make the call. It's the talk here. So now to be Louie here with 2 outs, but yeah, 8 runs, 2 outs. Sheesh. They can do it. So now Shugart has 2 outs, and he'll face Luis Garcia Jr., who drew a walk his first time up. He got the rally going last time, so why not get it started this time? Coming set is Shugart. First pitch here to Louie. Louie takes a sinker right in there, called strike 1. So it'll be 0-1 here with 2 outs. Coming set is Shugart. He waits. Now here comes the 0-1 pitch to Louie. Swinging a foul off, and it'll be 0-2. Spoiler alert, Nats score 10 runs and win. We will come back to that when they do so. So it'll be 0-2 here with 2 outs. Go Phil, says Rowdy Watts. All right. 0-2 with 2 outs. Shugart sets. Here's the pitch to Garcia. That's high out, ball 1. It'll be a 1-2 count. Let me just remind people who think the Nationals are not good, we still put up 8 runs, and we are still the best offense in the league. Get a little work on our pitching. What's going to happen? The 1-2. Swinging a fly ball. This one is going to be hit well out to center. Going back center fielder Crawford onto the track at the wall. And that one's gone. Watch it fly, Luis Garcia Jr. The comeback has begun. Luis Garcia Jr. goes yard here in the bottom of the 9th. It's now a 14-9 game. Luis Garcia Jr. goes yard here in the bottom of the 9th inning. A home run to dead center. The Nationals get one more back. It's now 14-9. There you go. The Nationals get another run on the board. That's 12th this season for Louie. Louie showing some power out there. So, center fielder Crawford tried to scale the fence there. We'll do it real quickly as this play goes on. First pitch to Dylan. It's going to be in there, called strike 1. N-A-T-S. Nats, Nats, Nats. Woo! This would be 0-1 here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be chopped foul. Who's on third? I will check. I'm checking right now. On third now is... Ooh, they don't have one scheduled in here. I don't know why they don't have it in here. I can check it here. Cruz getting a new bat. He busted his bat on that one. I mean, the game is not over, so we should not be putting the good games in the chat just yet. Looks like we got Sosa over there at third base. Edmundo Sosa is put into the game, and the pitcher spot now is a hit. So Edmundo Sosa's at third. This will be 0-2 here with 2 outs. Coming set is Shugart. Here comes the pitch to Cruz. Now Cruz hits this one. Right field side into first baseman Harper into foul ground. Harper feeling. Harper makes the catch in foul ground, and that will end the game. So Bryce Harper does make the catch, and the Nationals go down 14-9 to the Phils. So the Nationals can't get it. So there you go. The Nationals do not get the win this time. They lose 14-9. So that will end the inning. The Nationals just can't put it away. 14-9 is your final score here from DC. They take game 1 of the series, and then the Nationals fall to the Phillies 14-9 in game 2 of the series. You know, you still get that Jorbit Vivas home run late. You get the Louis home run late. It just wasn't a great game. That's just the thing. Lord didn't have the best game. I think we could have seen better from him. I think the Bull just had an off night, and everyone's going to blame the Bull for everything. I mean, wasn't that bad. I don't think it was really that bad. That's the thing. It was not terrible. That's the thing. It was not absolutely terrible. So, just not a great game for the bullpen. I mean, Paxton Schultz, good play-by-play district. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in, Vikings fan. So that really just does it. The Nationals can't get it done. So we go. We will head to the bottom of the 9th. Just can't get it. Well, that game's over. Excuse me. So the Nationals get a home run in the 9th. Louis gets a bomb. They get the win in the end, or they get the loss in the end. Keep thinking backwards here. Just a big offense from the Phillies. 8 runs in the 9th. Coming in with 8 runs. That's not good for the Nats. The bullpen just couldn't get it done. You just can't do it. But that will end the game for the Nationals. We'll come back on Wednesday, game 3 of the Philly series. We will not be here for that series, though. We'll be covering some local baseball, so you can tune in on the channel for that. Go to Play-By-Play with JJ for play-by-play there if you want it. But the Nationals just can't get the win. I mean, not the best game. Looks like we got some fans in here. Yeah, Phillies, all right. So the Nationals just can't put it away. Man, I mean, we still put up 9 runs in the end. I feel like that's good. You almost got to double digits. They just put up 14. Our bullpen did not do well in this game. Pitching was not great. And I think that it showed a good offense, though. The offense still had fight in the 8th inning when a lot of people thought this game was over. Jorbit Vivas did not hear a bell. Jorbit Vivas gave us the lead. And we just can't put it away. It's okay that the Bull can't put it away. I think that's okay. So we're going to head over to a redirect here, everyone. We're going to get redirecting here. Let's send you over somewhere. Where are we going? Let's head over to PAS for the night. I guess he's streaming right now, so let's head over to him. So there you go. We're going to head over to PAS, Pierre Jones Sports. There you go. Thanks, Mr. D Nation. Thanks for the great call, man. Sorry for the loss. Yeah, it's okay. They'll be back, and they will score, as Curly W Express said, they'll score 20 runs. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to today's loss, sitting through that 9th inning. I mean, Louis gets it in the 9th. Bye, enjoy the stream. Thanks. All right, thank you for coming in, CMA Fox. We're going to head over to headed over to Pierre Jones Sports now. Click on that link. Hope everyone has a great rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in. Final score, the Phillies 14, the Nationals 9. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest.